Hello everyone, welcome to Through Your Screen Plays Pathfinder Campaign Less Than or Equal to 2 Episode 2. Oh my gosh, I can't make that any easier. Here we have Nathan and Victoria.
Hi.
Hello.
And good, the audio is working, so that's a good sign.
Yay.
Alright, so let's go through the synopsis. Episode 1 was titled Quite a Catch. In the city of Corgenda within the country of Quenzit, the day began with a drizzly cool morning. Within Hangman, the closest semblance of equality inn, we found Molly, our gnome alchemist, having shaken awake Felicity Panteri, our catfolk cavalier, to the sound of breaking glass and pounding boots. Having murdered 2 people, even though Felicity was absolutely sure things were cool because one of the nearly victims said so, the dastardly duo decided it was best to not be found by whoever was yelling and searching for they who had something to do with 2 bodies. The party decided out the window and onto the roof was the best plan. As Felicity shimmied up the drain pipe onto the roof, Molly followed, slipped, and made the split-second decision that falling 2 stories was preferable to feeling of wet fur. After crawling into a bush and hiding with the owner of the Hangman, Pylun Arvatra, sent the officials on their way. Felicity collected Molly and spoke to Pylun about leaving on a job until the hunt died down. He gave them a signed document he said would get them off the island if they couldn't find a job. The party disguised himself and made it to the dock and spoke to the dockmaster, Elias Thornwood, before accepting a job on the Rising Tide, under their aliases Tina Turner and Beth Bobcat. After becoming trapped in a hammock by Molly's playfulness and catching her claws in the fabric, Felicity escaped through the power of kind words. The party interacted with 2 members of the ship, the first mate Don DeLotte, who told the party about their mission, and the captain, who primarily communicated through Don and the tattooed words on both of his hands as he is mute. The ship was much nicer and cared about the crew, strikingly different than other pirate crews, which Felicity found out firsthand when speaking with the cook Bertrand while enjoying a fresh breakfast. Felicity felt the crew was a bit too happy, but found nothing of concern. Meanwhile, Molly Gamble had met a member of the crew, Minor, after explaining the basic tenets of poison usage. The party only gleaned the cargo was illicit, as well as the ship decorations. In order to pass time, Molly decided to try her hand at fishing, and miraculously caught a large swordfish, bluefin tuna, and other small catches, which Felicity and the crew greatly enjoyed. When Molly cleaned the animals, Bertrand showed her how to gut and scale the fish correctly. The party takes 60 pounds of dried fish for rations.
Oh yeah.
After some time, the party realized they were in fact working for the No Mercies, a pirate fleet run by Pyrrhus, a gilman whom Felicity snubbed so she could run her own fleet. The party learned they would be meeting Pyrrhus at the end of the mission. It did not bode well that Pyrrhus holds a grudge, and the party prepared a backup plan to escape if needed. The target was sighted and was a merchant ship from the Eastern Trade Bloc. A battle ensued and resulted in Felicity recovering a few decorations from her stolen ship, the Ruby Renegade, as well as the cargo they were hired to obtain, which was all locked within crates. The merchant ship burned and subsequently sunk. Felicity was kind enough to pull an arrow embedded in Molly's chest and examined the ship's manifest to learn the locked cargo was destined for Raven Rock. Felicity planned to have the curtain she obtained turned into a coat, cloak, or captain's jacket. And now you guys are waking up. This is the night after that lovely fight. I think that you've been doing some resting, because I don't believe you took a potion. Did you get healed? I don't know.
I got one heal.
But it wasn't all the way.
And I pocketed my potion just to have it.
Okay.
Because I realized I didn't have any health potions. So I was like, if I can make this work, let's just make this work.
Yeah. So you have a wound. It's oozing a little bit out of your chest. But really, considering what could have happened, this is pretty small fish.
This is fairly par for the course for Molly.
Yeah.
Like, an open wound is not a new concept for her.
Yeah. And so you're waking up to the smell of fresh breakfast. It smells like eggs and garlic and chives, some more cheese.
Ooh.
So it's a lovely smell to wake up to. And the crew seems to be moving about. You kind of have a privacy curtain sort of between you guys and the crew. And they're actually being fairly respectful of the fact that you're still probably sleeping. But you're not quite sure what time it is, but the sun is risen. So it's lovely out, sunny, a little bit of light through the porthole. And you are in your hammocks, untrapped.
Ooh.
Oh, untrapped, good.
But
I don't want to repeat.
Are you trapped by a sunbeam, though?
I might be.
It's at least hitting the hammock itself.
I was gonna say, is that on my belly? Because that's...
Well, the hammock kind of wraps around you, but you're wrapped in a cocoon of warmth.
Oh yeah, fast asleep.
Molly finds the comfort discomforting, and gets up.
All right, you managed to clamber out of the hammock.
I'm gonna poke at the bottom of your hammock, just see if you want to get up.
You hear a hiss.
All right, Molly, well aware of what that hiss means, is gonna head to the kitchen.
All right.
Want to go say hi to Bertram?
Sure. Bertrand.
I did 2 wrong versions of that name.
So you find Bertrand is currently doing breakfast. He's actually toasting some bread where the bread came from. You're not quite sure. And he's serving the eggs and cheese on it, along with some orange juice.
Open-faced.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Molly is very excited because this is not fish.
Minor actually comes up and looks at you, the one whom like to stab that you kind of had the potion conversation with. And they come up and start looking at your chest, and you see them pull out a poultice and start putting it on. It stings a little bit, but they didn't even seem to care to look at how you felt about this. They just immediately went into care for this person.
Minor, I have a tremendous amount of respect for you and everything you do on this ship, but are you aware that I am trying to eat this piece of toast?
Don't worry, you can eat this on the toast. He finishes applying
Molly's
it.
curious.
He actually has a dollop on a spoon.
Okay, she's gonna do like the pinky taste.
It's not unpleasant. It's subtle, earthy. Think of it like a nut butter.
Ooh, like almond butter,
but less intense. So like a paler version of that.
So just like kind of grainy.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah,
it does have some sweetness to it, but it's definitely not like Nutella.
Yeah, this is not going to work with the eggs, Minor, but I appreciate the sentiment.
You could eat it if you wanted to.
I'm not going to eat. I'm going to let it be on this hole in my body.
And they put a bandage over it. And
is there any practical like healing that comes from that, or is it just like I won't get infected?
That's the main focus.
Yeah.
They assume that you're going to heal enough over time. Plus, you can use your
my potion if I need it.
Yeah,
it's there. Well, thanks, Minor. Your legs feel any better? Like down his pants, are they still like dissolved?
They're red. They're wrapped in bandages, which have some red seeping through it, but it's definitely not like all red.
Okay.
Minor does have kind of a limp going on, but it appears that they prioritized your healthcare over their lack of pain.
Buddy, that's really sweet of you. Molly feels like a sympathy, like a very not one to like make strong friends at first, so it's not like there's like not like a strong kinship, but it is very much like this is like a kindness, like a level of compassion she's very not used to.
Sure.
Yeah.
After you eat
Mm-hmm.
Bertrand comes up and says, I think I can lure out... Is it Bethany Elizabeth? Elizabeth Bethany?
I'm pretty sure it's just Beth.
All right.
I'm not sure what the first or the second Beth is short for. I've never asked.
And they take a slab of swordfish and...
Oh, man.
Roll a perception check.
Yeah, you get to roll a perception check.
Okay.
Cocked.
It is a 15.
Yep. Fresh swordfish, eggs.
Her ears kind of pop up over the hammock.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. She crawls out.
All right.
So
We're
one
now
of those, like...
bathe in
Yeah.
the sunbeam as you
Yeah.
make your comfortable cat way out.
Yes.
Get yourself dressed. And by the time you arrive, there is a perfectly cooked swordfish sitting at the bar pickup area
Yeah.
just for you.
I walk in, immediately sit down. I don't look at anybody. Just straight to the swordfish.
No one bothers you
Okay.
during this time.
Okay.
They kind of gather that you want to do what you want to do, and once you're happy, people are willing to have a conversation with you, except for Bertrand. Do you want some salt for your swordfish?
Maybe.
Takes a little bit of sea salt, of course.
Mm.
Drizzle it on there, and a little olive oil.
Oh, man. She, like, I gobble. Just...
With hands? Like,
No.
Okay,
No,
but
no. She'll,
there's
I'll be
just
polite.
a modicum of civility in the way you're eating
Just a
this?
little bit.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
Sure.
Still no eye contact.
Yeah. All right. So we continue to do this. You've witnessed this happen. Just waiting for her to eat.
No, I'm not saying a word. I'm just letting her do it. I know better.
All right. You've now finished your swordfish.
Yeah.
There's a cup of coffee in front of you.
Clean the swordfish off my whiskers.
All right.
Okay. Once you're done eating, I will approach. So are you going to apologize?
For what?
I tried to wake you up for breakfast and you hissed at me. Like I was nothing.
I was sleeping. We've had this conversation.
Yeah, and I was
before.
hungry.
We're not tied together. You can go eat without me.
Yeah, and I had to. And I would have liked some company. Meanor's great, but he
Looked
just
like you
kept
had
putting nut
company.
butter on my chest. I don't know if this is helping.
But you do kind of smell funny.
Yeah, like almonds.
Well, excuse me. Next time I will
Thank
verbally assault you instead of just hissing at you.
Thank you. A simple, I'm still sleeping would be kind. Would be nice. All right?
Okay.
Open hostility, it's unnecessary.
Are you going to finish your eggs?
I push the eggs out.
They're on the toast. You have now finished
Yeah.
Molly's eggs.
Delicious.
And there's the people that are doing some morning gambling, as one does on a pirate ship.
Can I approach?
Sure.
I don't want to gamble. I want to teach them how to cheat at gambling.
Okay. You recognize Greta is in this group.
Okay.
She was the one who lifted your hand over hand, pulled your giant fish up.
Maybe I'll snag Greta. I'll just be like, hey, Greta, can you help me with something real quick?
Greta kind of comes over and sits down right next to you.
It's like, all right, Greta,
Yes.
I want to teach you how to do something real fun.
Are you propositioning me?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I'm very flattered, but
You would-
I have a boyfriend.
You would crush me, Greta. I weigh 32 pounds, Greta.
Aww.
Yeah, very sweet. I am lighter than your free weights. But so I pull out my trick dice and I make it clear, look, it's not something I usually do aboard a ship with friends, but something that's fun if you feel like you're down. I know folks who are stronger are often kind of picked on in settings like this because maybe you don't have the cunning that they have. Here's how you get up on your friends. I tried to call her. Tried not to call her stupid. I just tried to
imply that she was stupid.
Based on the conversations we've had, she doesn't sound like the brightest individual, and maybe I'm misinterpreting by the character accent, and that's on me. But I am like, I want to teach her how to get one up on her friends by cheating. I'm going to teach her how to cheat at dice.
Okay, with a loaded die? Or
I'm going to show her the loaded die, but I might also try and teach her some, like here's how you play the game. But then, like how to interpret rolls and things like that.
So like a counting cards equivalent.
Yeah, like
dice.
a counting dice situation. But then I also show her, and if things are really getting out of hand, you can use something like this. Now, we're not going to pull this out here. This is dangerous. But I'm going to show her the loaded die.
Okay. Why don't you do I guess it would be craft as profession? Unless you can think of a better place you want to put gambling.
Would it be a performance? Would it be... I mean, I could do a craft.
Let's do craft.
Craft's better than my performance. Ooh, that is a 22.
Greta seems to start putting some things together about dice and when you shouldn't roll and when you should roll.
Yeah.
And also, in this, manages to pick up on a bluff. Like a little twitch in your eye when you bluff.
Oh. Ooh. Do I get that she's picking up on that?
Why don't you roll a perception check?
0.
No.
I'm -2 perception.
She might actually be getting worse, in your opinion, but just getting lucky.
Okay. I'm not the type to deride in a sitting like this. I'll die. But Greta helped me catch a big fish. She helped me realize my dreams of being the ultimate fish master
/ chicken coop farmer.
Of living my deadliest catch dreams. So I'm not gonna say anything as things get steadily worse, but I'll probably leave not thinking I helped her.
Okay.
It's I tried. I did what I could, Greta. No.
You did good.
Yeah.
And you need to make sure that if you don't use those bugs, you dry them, otherwise they will mold.
Oh, thank you. Sorry, I forgot about the bugs. I pull out the jar of bugs. Are they already molding? I don't know how long it's been.
It's only been... Well, there's a few of them that are dead, but they're not molding.
Okay.
But there's some that are soft looking.
Okay, I'm gonna go down to the area where where the sunbeam is in our quarters. I'm just gonna find a good piece of wall and some little nails and just
start pinning
them to the wall to dry.
Okay. So now that you're putting the beetles up in effigy.
Yeah.
That's just our cabin area. Just
I do I do a weird little mock fake rushed ceremony to my 3 weird gods. It's just
Who are your 3 gods?
They are Hexus, Wedro, and Partesh.
Okay, why don't you just roll a percentile die for me?
Just a general percentile?
Yes.
77. That's a lucky number. If you like 7s.
Okay.
Where I was living
that
at
makes
the time.
sense.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to be sailing with her for the rest of the journey, so if you have any supplies that you want to get from Midbane, I would recommend doing that.
Sailing with her?
Yeah, we're meeting up, and then we're going to be headed back down.
Oh. We're staying on our own ship, though, right? I won't have to...
She sometimes comes over and does inspections and make sure everything is good to go.
She always like to have the claws and everything.
You know that she is a very arrogant person.
Yeah.
And it is not above her to go in and put her nose in everything. Everything and everyone.
Well, it'll be an honor, I'm sure.
Just with that tone. Why don't you roll a bluff to know? So, influence?
Yeah. That is a 26.
They believe you.
No, 24.
They still believe you. Like, wow, you must be really excited to meet her. I'll make sure to introduce you personally.
Oh no, it's okay. It's okay. I don't want to bother her.
Oh, it's no bother.
No.
A friend of mine will be a friend of Pierce's.
It's probably really a bother.
It's probably a huge problem.
But this time, Bertrand starts going and figuring out what he needs to get ready to eat.
Oh, okay.
So he's putting his little list together.
So how much time do we have until we
reach
stop
midday? You gather it's about 5 to 7 hours, depending on wind and currents.
Great. Can I go check the cargo? Do I still have that box on me, or did that go? The
lock boxes were taken from. You have the robe to be, and you have the manifest.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. I just knew that specific box was going to Raven Rock.
Correct. There were a few boxes that were going to Raven Rock that needed to be taken for the No Mercies.
Okay. Because it probably wouldn't be feasible to like try and figure out what was in those boxes.
Not unless you can get access to them and some time.
Yeah.
You could probably ask if you think that you have a good enough relationship with the captain.
Probably not the captain.
Or if you think that if you can get Dawn a lot to let you take a look.
Maybe. Let's go find Dawn.
Sure.
Hang out with old Donnie boy.
Sure. So Dawn is up at that like head table with Captain and other important members of the crew.
Oh, they're still eating?
They're not eating, but they're just sitting there having a drink. Okay. One's doing a little like map, compass, judgment. That's how you gather that's going to be 7 hours because they're talking aloud.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll sit my butt down at the table.
All right. So the fact that you've come up kind of, they look at you because normally people come up when they have something.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Oh, morning. How is everybody?
Fantastic. We are excited to get to Midbane and get some fresh vegetables.
I do love a vegetable, I guess. I'm not big on veggies myself, but you know, I get it. Huh. Don got injured, didn't he?
You got poison.
Yeah.
So how are you holding up? Doing okay?
I think I'm okay. I guess I was potentially going to lose some parts of my memory, which I don't think I lost, but that's kind of the nature of memory
right?
loss. But I took the antitoxin that Tina gave me, so.
Oh, good. She's good at those antitoxins, weirdly.
It's a good talent to have.
Yeah, it's useful.
Yeah, you didn't need to say weirdly. That was a totally unnecessary part of that sentence.
Hey, look, I was just, with us meeting up with Pyrrhus, I've heard she's quite the force. I just wanted to kind of make sure that the cargo was all in order. Do you mind walking me down there to take a peek?
Sure. Do you have suspicions about the cargo?
Well, the nature that we found it, like the whole acid trap and all of that, because it was all down in the cargo hold, right?
The captain is kind of intently leaning into this conversation, and the captain gets Dawn's attention and goes yes with his hand, so they go ahead and start walking you down to the cargo hold.
Great.
Are you having a conversation with Dawn as you're walking down there?
Yeah, I suppose.
Okay.
That's probably pleasant.
Why don't you roll a perception at disadvantage to see if you hear Felicity?
Should I roll? Should I roll?
You might.
You might roll really well.
I didn't. That's a 6.
You hear the telltale little hisses of cat voice. Whether or not you decide that that's important to follow as you're finishing your prayer and nailing bugs is up to you.
What kind of check would I make? I'm gonna make an intelligence check to know the direction of cocked. That's an 11. I'm gonna say I do it. I'm gonna say that is above 10. I know that they're heading somewhere in the ship they don't normally head based on the direction.
All right.
So I'm gonna follow, even though I should probably be getting some rest and healing up.
Sure. You have your hammer and nail in your hand as you start walking, and you find Felicity is walking with Dawn.
I whistle a carpenter's tune.
What is a carpenter's tune?
It's a great question.
Like
it's like a
hi
song.
ho from...
Yeah, it's hi ho. I'm a gnome. I whistle hi ho.
I mean, technically they're
They're
dwarves.
dwarves.
But...
Yeah, well, they're all short people are the same, right? Jesus.
I didn't say that in character.
Sorry. No, I don't know. I don't know what. Just like a jaunty sailor's ballad. A little ditty from days of yore.
All right, a carpenter's tune.
God.
As one knows a carpenter's tune
Yeah,
to be.
just knows it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a carpenter's tune,
Oh,
nails and a
wow.
hammer.
Wow, it's perfect.
I had a hammer. I hammer it easy.
Okay.
Molly sings in a very concerningly deep voice.
Dawn looks at you in confusion. Is your voice no?
Oh, that's just my singing voice. Sorry.
Oh, that's unique.
It's really disconcerting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Like, I would not want to hear that voice in a dark alley.
Yeah.
You can use that to your advantage.
I think the beautiful thing is most people who do hear that voice in a dark alley don't tend to leave the alley. What are y'all up to?
Just gonna go inspect some cargo. You know, nothing important.
Beth had some. Beth had some thoughts about checking out the locked crates.
Ooh, should I be there if we're concerned about, acid, poison?
Yeah.
Or...
We'll have you come along.
Oh, okay. I'm happy to. I look at Beth and I just I give the eyes. It's just if you need me to go, do something.
No.
So you make it to the hold, and there are a series of blocks that the captain is doing with various fingers. One has a key, one appears to have a ring sigil, and it opens up. Not something that if you had viewed this in slow motion, you might have been able to see how this door opened and
I have a
closed.
-2 to perception. I would not have figured it out.
The door is just suddenly open.
Ooh.
And then you see that there's several of these locked crates. Unfortunately, we don't really know what's in them. This is just a request from purists, but it has something to do with Raven Rock. I've heard rumors about a vampire colony, so this really could be anything.
My goodness. That's exciting.
Yeah, I hope we don't piss off the vampires.
Generally a bad idea. So
I like my blood inside my body.
Same. Oh my gosh, we have so much in common.
We
John.
do, don't we?
Wow.
Are there keys to these chests? Do we have those? Or do I need to start picking locks? I'm going to start picking locks.
I don't know. That
So you're just going to immediately go in and start picking them up?
Is that bad?
Well, so I had okay.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, you're just immediately diving in and start.
Well, no, that's Molly's first instinct. But if you make that noise, Molly understands it as oh wait, there's something else that she's trying to do. I should not just do this.
Well, no, I just didn't. I wasn't sure what the reaction was going to be from Dawn to us just opening Pierce's cargo.
Oh, I thought that's what we were doing. Is we were looking for traps.
I just wanted to know what was inside, but I didn't know. Did you already ask if they had keys?
No, I asked. And
You
I
guys-
realized Molly wouldn't ask.
Yeah.
I mean, you do you. You do you.
None of
Okay.
you remember getting keys when you were grabbing cargo, but you were also pretty distracted by everything that was going on.
Right.
So Molly goes to start picking locks. She turns to the captain and Dawn. She's like,
I mean, do you...
You just,
Okay, cool.
yeah.
so they give the thumbs up?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. So I just start. I continue to pick the lock.
Sure.
For the first chest. Ooh, that's rough. A 9.
All right. Why don't you make a reflex save?
I'm mediocre at those. Oh, I did okay actually. What is my reflex? That's a 21.
You feel the shock run up your body, and you take 2 points of electric damage as this current courses through your body.
Woo!
And one of your tools looks like it could have warped, but very lightly, so you can tap it back into place.
Okay, I take the hammer. I've got a hammer. A hammer. All right.
With your jaunty carpenter suit.
Yes.
So you smell the smell of singed hair.
Yeah, it's not uncommon for me.
You okay over there, Molly?
I can do that. 2 more times before it's a problem.
Before it's a problem. Before it's a problem.
Before it's a problem.
Yeah. So you gentlemen have no idea what you're carrying.
None at all. This was just a request from Admiral Purist.
Great.
The locks are clearly trapped. I turn like just visibly smoking.
One of your eyebrows.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we can break in if you think, or we could just let them be.
Do you think you can pick it without triggering it?
I think I can with time. Is this the kind of thing I could take? Even like, could I take 20 on this, or is this we're rolling every time situation?
Yeah. Anytime that there's consequences that can occur, it has to be a roll, and it can't be a take 20. If it was just a regular lock where it wouldn't cause problems, then you could take it.
Could you take time to like get advantage or anything on?
Could I do to somebody? I mean, I could get help from somebody.
Yeah, you could have.
I mean, I can
Felicity.
attempt to assist.
How good is Don Delot?
You don't know.
Don, you have any lockpicking experience? I could use a trained hand.
A very long time ago, I could try and help you. I can hold something.
Hold my shoes. I hand him the shoes for help.
Oh, my shoes.
I don't know.
He holds your shoes.
Does it give me help?
No.
Oh, never mind.
How
It's
does
not
that
helpful.
help you?
I don't know. He said I could hold something for help, and so I handed him my shoes. I put my shoes back on. Okay. Clearly the electroshock is done.
Pure chaos.
Pure chaos. Do you want to try and help me pick the lock?
Yeah, I'll try and like give an assist.
Yeah.
Nope. It was an 8. What am I?
Finesse. You had
Oh.
dex.
10.
Yes.
See? I get help.
Yeah, this is going well.
Is that a critical or?
No, it's 1 away though. What does that put me at? That's a 10.
You take 3 points of electric damage, and you helping take 2 points of electric damage.
Oh, good.
This is
So you're both smoking a little bit.
so I can.
I'm covered in.
Can I make like a knowledge check to understand what DC I'm trying to beat here?
You could make a craft check because that's a praise.
Okay, I'll do a craft check for 10.
Do you want one of my dice?
It looks like
No.
you're probably trying to get like a 20 plus.
Okay, I mean it's doable. I have to beat a 14, so I have to beat a 12 with help. I'm just
Alright.
afraid to try again.
I mean, worst case, you're at 0, right?
Oh yeah,
So-
I guess worst case they'll just get me up. So.
The poultice is smoking a little bit.
Okay, I'm just gonna say no. We're done with this. I don't want to kill myself picking a lock. I'm just gonna say, like, I'm still healing. This is clearly not good for my health.
Can I just
right
do a
now.
perception check in the hold to see if
Yeah.
anything like sticks out?
Sure.
We're probably like barking up the wrong tree here, but
Actually, I can make Minor do this.
it's a 16.
Okay. So you see that there is a sigil of a tower on the back of these chests.
Okay.
And there's kind of this dark cloud around it. The only symbol of the gods that you know that has a tower is Uria, but this is different.
Okay.
Why don't you roll a society check at disadvantage?
Okay.
I have pretty good society. If you want
I
to
have
point that to me,
1.
too.
Okay,
So do you want to? Can Molly try?
sure.
You
As
wanna
you
point
pointed
it
out, and then you
Yeah.
suddenly can't think of a single tower.
Nope. It's gone.
It's also a disadvantage.
Yes.
That's a 12.
Okay. The towers that you know of is there's one that's Raven Rock. Raven Rock is the tower. There's also the Moon Tower on O'Moon,
Mm-hmm.
which is where the first cataclysm was.
Ooh.
But that is on the southern part of the world, near Ymnith.
Okay.
Okay. And what is Raven Rock famous for?
That's the supposed vampire lair.
Oh, that's right. Okay. So either vampires or cataclysm.
I'm just gonna turn and say, this is clearly dangerous. Whatever's in here, they're trying to keep safe in here. I'm still
He
healing.
licks his fingers and puts out your smoldering eyebrow.
I appreciate that, thank you. I would say maybe let's let let's just let them deal with it. I'm just gonna say
I'm just gonna stop snooping.
it's too dangerous for me to keep going here.
Yeah.
I don't have the healing.
Why don't you go take a nap?
I would love to go take a nap next to my bugs.
You raise for an eyebrow, but okay, go enjoy
Okay.
your bug nap.
Thank you.
Is that an insult? He asked you.
Are you gonna throw me under the bus?
No. I was trying to see if I could give you a healing product.
Don't forget, you also have your healing hit die that you can use once per day.
Oh.
I'll just probably do that.
Okay.
Sure. So you take your nap. The poultice, all those smoldering, is subsequently put out.
I did great.
Okay. Yeah, that was the only thing I really wanted to check out.
Sure.
So.
Dawn.
just hang out, relax.
So Dawn lets you in, or out rather, and then seals up the door.
Actually, I want to work on my disguise.
You disguise like your Beth disguise.
Yeah, because we're gonna get introduced to Pyrrhus,
Mm-hmm.
right?
That's what you've been told. You'll be personally introduced to Pyrrhus.
Although, I'm sorry, so we're stopping in Midvein first before we hook up with Pyrrhus.
Correct.
So, okay, never mind.
You are, however, a very distinct-looking creature.
Yeah.
So
Which normally I love. It's great. It's great for me.
it's gay until there's consequences.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't have the hat last time.
That's true. The hat adds a lot.
I wouldn't make the cloak yet.
Yeah, probably not.
Ooh, how's the fish skin armor going?
The skin is still drying.
Okay.
You could probably look into having it made when you are actually in Midvein, or
Okay.
waiting until you get back, depending on if you want to take the trip back with meeting Pyrrhus.
Yeah.
So the hours go by and you start to see Midvein in the distance. It's around noon, 2 o'clock, noon. Kind of hard to tell. It's a beautiful island, very green, very lush. Think New Zealand, but warmer.
Ooh. Toasty.
And Midvein, roll society checks for me.
Yeah.
15.
I don't know if that's good or
It's
bad.
natural.
A
Oh.
1.
Okay.
Yeah. I've never been.
You are blinded by the sun, which is somehow shining off of the ocean from behind you.
Yeah.
It's very confusing. So you can't see anything. You, having seen it, start to remember Midvein, with it being that trading hub. Pirates are generally viewed very poorly because they are a mercantile-based society.
Mm-hmm.
However, there is an interesting loophole in the system. Unlicensed cargo is considered a bounty. So if you obtain that unlicensed cargo and meet with Midvein, then it becomes licensed cargo. So there's a lot of pirate fighting of obtaining the unlicensed cargo to then be licensed. But the caveat is the other ship must be sunk or you have people to turn in.
Right.
I've got great news.
And it's known for having a market. There's the Grand Docks, which are mostly used for each continent. There are technically some for each continent, although Omoon and Convis are so distant that they don't generally use it. But as of a sense of someday we want to be the major trading hub of the world, they built them little docks.
Ooh.
So as you guys pull into this dock, there's a very large space for Talia, which your group seems to pull into. And your flag has been switched out with just the generic flag. White with kind of red borders. Nothing notable. It just looks to be like a shipping company type.
Oh yeah.
Your crewmates are donning those jackets, which are very distinct. which erase some eyebrows until you hear Dawn reading that we managed to get some of those no mercy bastards. And they're like, oh, okay, did you get anything from them? And they're holding boxes, and they're like, oh, okay. Then they receive some sort of letter, and it's given to Dawn.
Okay.
And Bertrand and most of the crew tends to go off and is going shopping at this point. Are you exiting the ship at this? Okay. So as you exit the ship, to the left of the Grand Docks when you're arriving, there is an inn called Portside, and straight ahead is a tavern called Drop.
Ooh.
And you hear the bustling market further beyond. This is a very large, very nice, very affluent city.
Okay. When I look pretty gross.
Because I want to stick pretty close to Dawn and the captain and just see.
Dawn and the captain are actually going with Bertrand, and they just seem to be going and getting foodstuffs.
Oh.
Yeah, they don't seem to have a whole lot of business here aside from speaking to the dockmaster briefly to then get the the letter of authorization.
Okay.
Yeah.
For their licensing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to work on an alternative ride home, or do we want to try and pull off this disguise thing? Because I'm down either way. The pay's good. These people are cool, but...
Well, we won't get paid until we reach home, right?
You think, but you haven't actually had that conversation if you wanted to leave early. You could discuss it if you wanted to.
Okay.
Especially because these individuals seem very accommodating and kind as compared to other individuals.
I mean, part of me thinks we should stick it out, just like for the fun.
Do you want to just dig in and stick it out? Let's do it.
Yeah.
See if we can pull this off.
So I want to work on a disguise.
Sure. So at this point, you're gathering that there's going to be one night at port. There are jobs boards if you want to do something in that time, or you're welcome to go shopping and find pieces for your disguise.
Let's check out a job board, just see what's on offer.
Yeah.
Sure. So you head up to one of the job boards. There's a couple interesting things around here. So you notice that there are a lot of postings by a group called the Vast Tapestry. Why don't you roll a knowledge local check? So society, I guess.
12.
They are basically a group of Pathfinders. They record the deeds of someone who pays them and sends them back to the Vast Tapestry to basically spread the value that this group provides. It's used as a way to further your notoriety. And it allows by contacts initiated by people who need jobs that want it done in a more covert manner rather than doing a public posting and waiting for anyone to show up and say that they wish to take the job.
Okay.
Great.
And you're welcome to go in there and inquire with them directly. It looks like their primary jobs that they're trying to do are, there's the Wenian Federation, which is down in Talia. There is the Eastern Trade Bloc, whom you just robbed, and there is Redvia, which is on the way towards Raven Rock.
Oh, so these would all be off-site
Correct.
jobs,
But
nothing
they-
in town.
Correct, and they seem to have a decent pay scale, just based off of the fact that there is gold leaf on each of these.
I mean, I guess if we're... Are we actually going to Raven Rock
The
to drop off
the cargo is due to be at Raven Rock.
Right, but we're not clear where, like, if we're just passing it off to Pyrrhus and
Correct.
she will handle that, or...
Yeah, you
As a
don't really know the
convoy.
details.
Because I guess we could take that one.
Yeah, we could, and we could figure it out. And then if we can't do it, we'll just go back and say, sorry, we're out on the way out.
We'll take the
We're
the
pirates.
Raven Rock.
Yeah.
Okay.
The one that's close by.
Sure. So the Raven Rock one, it looks like they're attempting to protect a trade convoy that was headed to Raven Rock, which it appears
so
that
we
you
have
guys
to-
just broke. So you now have the two options, one of taking the cargo and moving on your own to Raven Rock, or taking the cargo that you stole with Pyrrhus.
How?
And at this point, as you're here, most people are off the ship, including the captain, the first mate, and Bertrand.
We'd have to get in that door, which you made very clear that I don't know how to do. But if we got in, we don't have to open it. We just bring it there.
You can go speak to one of the vast tapestry members in their building, their local building here, if you would like.
Yeah, let's see how much it would cost.
Sure.
Or how much they're willing to pay.
Yeah.
Sure. So you walk in. This is a very large, very opulent building. And when I say opulent, it's... Think the Beauty and the Beast library. There are records and individuals that you would think of as librarians that are filing away new adventures of people who have hired them. So there's kind of a directory that you can go in and say, hey, I'm looking for people who have managed this type of work, which is kind of what you're hearing on the side. And they're finding a list of people that could do these jobs based on where they're located. So it's basically like a giant phone book.
I hate this place.
But there's another individual who seems to be answering questions regarding job postings.
Okay.
And you hear, I'm not going to deal with those fucking vampires, and someone stomps away. I don't care how much they're paying. It could be 2,000. I don't care.
Yeah, sidle up. So, what if we were willing to deal with vampires? What's the pay?
1,000 gold per piece of cargo.
Per piece of cargo?
Correct. It looks like there should be 2 pieces that are being requested by an individual from Raven Rock.
What if there were more than 2?
There shouldn't be, but if there were more than 2, I'm sure it's
negotiable.
I would assume if you are comfortable negotiating with vampires.
I mean, I feel like we've negotiated with worse.
Yeah. As I stand here just like soaked in blood.
Yeah.
Reeking of almond butter.
And fish.
And fish. Toasty almond butter.
They smell great.
Oh god, we're not gonna get the armor then if we do that.
Oh no.
Oh no, my fish skin armor.
We can buy better armor with 2,000 gold.
With 4,000 gold, hypothetically. 3 to 4.
Wow. So how do we seal this deal here?
I literally put a seal with your names on it. And I recommend not giving me a fake name, because if you claim to be someone that you're not and you can't prove who you are, you don't get paid.
I kind of like step back and I want to have a little side to side with Molly. So I'm all about fucking over Pyrrhus, like just in general. So do we want to try and do this?
Speak up just a little bit.
We'd have to like find another ride.
That's the thing, is can we find another ride in the time that we have? We have to find a ride, break in, move the heavy cargo, and it's the 2 of us.
I didn't think they were that. I thought they were like lockboxes. Like
They're not huge. They're like
Okay.
Yeah. So they're like a lockbox, maybe a little larger.
Oh,
than
I'll
a
just put
lockbox.
him on the donkey.
Can the donkey swim?
We're not swimming, are we?
To Red Rock? It's
Raven-
like Raven Rock. Sorry.
That's an ocean
Yeah.
cross.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a sail, right?
Yeah. Sorry, I just thought you were like, oh, we'll just march the cargo.
No. Well, but the donkey can carry them out of the ship, and probably inconspicuously. Okay.
The individual seems very used to this type of like side banter, and they are very patiently waiting, answering some other questions as you're doing things.
I'm down to try this 100%. But we've got. I just want to make it clear what
are
it
we
looks
able
like.
to book transport to Raven Rock
You can through the dockmaster.
from here? Okay.
Is
In your professional opinion, is it difficult to convince somebody to go to Raven Rock?
If you're in one of the major trade hubs, you could at least get close to Raven Rock. Revia
Is nearby.
Yeah, and it looks like this posting has gone through Raven Rock from Revia through Raven Rock, or I'm sorry, the other way around, from Raven Rock through Revia. So this is unusual.
Okay.
But I'm sure you could at least get close as long as you're willing to take the mountain pass on your way up there.
Oh,
to
we
the
love
Lakatesh.
mountains. Okay.
I'm sorry, which, where am I looking?
You're looking on the upper right continent.
God, no, we'd have to.
So on the upper right continent, the yellow is Revia, and then the blue one is Raven Rock. And the lower one that's red is the Shell Coast.
So Shell Coast, Revia, Raven.
So there's a river that runs through Revia up to close to Raven Rock.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the thing. None of the people on this ship know our real names. But they can easily figure out we took the contract. Can I ask the attendant something?
Sure.
If we were to take this contract, would you be able to say,
Seal the contract?
seal the contract and delay filing for a good 2 days?
Oh, I could consider doing that for a small fee.
I would be more than happy to make it worth your time.
Please do tell.
So this is like a nice spot, right?
Yes.
I pull out a platinum. Say, let's start here. How long is this gonna buy me?
Oh, probably end of business day today.
I will add a platinum.
How about end of business day tomorrow?
I can do that.
For the
with
two
the
platinums?
They take the 2 platinum and they file it away. And your names.
Real names?
And then you see them actually, like, there's like a pearl and they push it into a table and there's this kind of shimmer around you guys. No one can hear us in this level.
So I'm going to give Captain Redclaw.
There's a look of confusion for a hot second, but they write down Captain
It's
Redclaw.
not a lie. Even though there might be another Captain Redclaw.
Are you saying that, or?
No.
Okay.
I'm just give my straight name, Molly McLean.
Okay. And they write it in there, and you see them fold it, and you see this little slit between the filing cabinet and the wall, and you kind of fit it in there and put a piece of drapery over it. I'll make sure that gets filed. I'm sure it's going to get lost between now and...
Things happen.
It's a very busy facility.
We totally understand, and we really appreciate you doing everything you can to make it right over the course of the next 2 days.
Of course. I want to make sure that you're receiving the best service that we can provide.
Absolutely, and we would really love to not die on the way.
They also give you like a note card, but they stamp it, and they're like, if you show this, they can ensure that you receive passage wherever you're going.
Great.
It
Okay.
may give you a discount proving that you're working for us.
Perfect.
Would you like to consider hiring someone from the Vast Tapestry to record your your deeds or misdeeds?
I would. So we're looking for somebody. Are you interested in a druid?
Well, are they just like a scribe, or are they actually going to be a functioning member of the party?
That's up to you, depending on how much you're willing to pay. The scribes are particularly easy. They require a gold a month.
Okay.
And they'll record your duties. The more you pay them, the more likely they are to stick around when things get a little hairy, because of course they're going to have faith in someone who pays them well.
That's true.
And if you want some of our more creative writers, they cost a little bit more. But
yeah, we're
great
looking
stories.
for somebody with a BA, maybe 3 years of experience in like young adult fiction.
We can do that for about 5 gold a month. And it sounds like this is a very, like, you can build your own.
Oh.
It's like we can make sure that these are sent to all of these kingdoms, and we can make sure that it receives the ear of royalty. Like,
I think 5 gold a month is in the budget,
Yeah.
barring any gambling mishaps.
Oh, gambling. Oh no, we'll make the 5 gold gambling. Don't you worry. When have I ever let you down?
Are you looking?
Don't say anything.
So we can get you a scribe. Do you have any preference on race, gender?
Can I real quick out? I really want a druid frog to be our friend.
Okay.
Is that at all interesting?
That's fine.
Okay. Preferential race, grung. Preferential class, druid. Second, like.
Oh, okay.
Like second preference, if they like choose an alternative in case we can't make it happen, we'll go like cleric. Do you think, or
Sure. That's kind of why I was trying to ask. Like, is
Yeah.
this actually somebody?
You can, but so the scribe that is creative will give you the 5. If you want someone that's going to actually be a function member of the party,
Right.
they start at 10, but they can advocate for themselves later on as things change. But they just kind of expect that they'll be protected and they'll protect you.
Okay.
Understanding that their job, if they die, it looks very poorly on you and your reputation
Oh God.
when your
Yeah.
scribe dies. So there's kind of an insurance policy that's built into this.
Yeah, we definitely want somebody that can take care of themselves, and it's a mutually beneficial relationship.
Yeah.
And so we'll do the 10 gold.
All right, why don't you guys roll a percentile die for me?
both of us?
Yeah.
24.
35.
Yeah.
We don't know what that means.
We don't know what that means.
The percentile numbers mean nothing. It's about how they match up to my roll.
Okay.
We actually do have a Griffly Druid. As long as you don't mind someone with some quips. They have a little bit of fire to them. Some people don't necessarily approve of
I
someone.
hand 10 gold. Or do I pay the...
You give them the 10 gold and then you see them put it in a pouch with a letter. If you want to go over to the waiting area over there, they'll make sure to give you Tectune glass shortly.
Ooh, Tectune glass.
Okay, what was the last name?
Glass.
Glass.
And Tectune is spelled Tektun.
I'm so freaking stoked.
With this, I'm actually going to take a break and see if there's an archetype I want to use for this character.
Yeah.
Sounds good. I could use a trip to the little...
Hello everyone, we're back. And now we've come up with a plan. So you guys are currently in the waiting room. And you see this small blue and green frog come out scarred all over their body. And behind them is a peacock
What?
that also has a similar like scarred look to it. And it flares open and you see that there's kind of a shimmer to each of the eyes of the peacock feathers. I am Tectun.
Hi.
Oh my god, Tectun. You and I are getting married.
I'm assuming that was out of character.
I was out of character.
Well,
I am
thank
here
you.
to record all of your journeys, to assist where I can, and ooh, they touch you,
Yeah.
and you heal 7 points of damage.
Woo!
You're already paying for yourself.
And then it's not very good. You should avoid good poultice though.
You should.
Good on toast.
Thank you. You should see the other 20 guys. So Tectun, thank you so much for
Was the
joining us.
joke.
Yeah. It wasn't. It wasn't. Yeah. So Tectun, just to let you know, we play things a little fast and loose. Don't feel like you have to follow the rules. Know that we're willing to make exceptions if things get a little bit out of hand. We understand that's kind of your vibe.
There's a glimmer in their eye, their big eyes. They seem
Yeah.
very happy about this.
There's really only 2 rules. 1, you need to handle a poison, you talk to me. Alright? And I understand that, you know, as a Gripply, you probably have a lot of experience with that. I don't mean to step on your toes, it's just I've seen a lot of people get hurt. I've seen a lot of people get seriously injured doing things that they really shouldn't have to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
So if you do need to handle a poison, talk to me. You know, if we've talked already about it and you feel confident, you don't have to come back.
You seem very worried about poisons. Is
I-
that something you use frequently?
Very, very, very frequently. So I would hate to see you get hurt for no reason. That's all.
Well, just to make sure we're on the same page for you, I am poisonous, but don't lick me.
Molly's eyes go so wide. Molly,
And if you take it without asking me,
I would never. I would never. It would take a lot of work for me to take it. Anyway, you would notice. All right,
Yes,
if I were
I
to
would.
take it safely.
That's where I got this scar and this scar and this scar.
It's okay. I kind of make like a knowing gestures, like just so you know, I'm a gnome, so I'm used to people trying to take things without asking.
Okay.
And that's how I got this scar. She points to the eye patch.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So we're on the same page there. We're all about consent.
You
on
see
this
as they
vehicle.
lick their quill and just start writing names.
Captain Redclaw.
Captain Redclaw.
Don't question it.
Not the original, of course. Here they died.
Sorry, I'm just trying to think about how Felicity would respond to that. A protege of the original.
Of course, the true protege.
Of
Who
course.
else would you be?
Obviously. See, we're gonna get along great.
I'm a writer. I need to make a good story. Why would I be around with the fake Captain Redclaw?
I know, right?
My name is Molly McLean.
Molly. Do you have a nickname, Molly?
Mad Molly,
Oh, perfect.
the Mad Bomber of Talia. There's a few. We'll go through the nicknames later. It's gonna take a while.
I've heard of you.
I am 117 years old. There's a lot of nicknames that come.
Understandable.
Yes.
Well,
I'm realizing I'm about to like be a third wheel.
We're gonna learn a lot
the
about each
peacock
other.
actually seems to be eyeing your feathers, and almost appears to be dancing to it. Not sure if it was like either mate or fight with.
Don't worry, I didn't pluck them myself.
Molly leans in. You should fuck that peacock.
I'm good.
You should fuck that peacock.
I'm not into birds. I like wearing birds. I'm not into birds.
Okay.
But the peacock just shudders. They're kind of the same size, the peacock and the gripply.
Oh.
So it kind of rides a little bit. Not quite, doesn't like brace all of its weight, but definitely like has an arm on as it's starting to describe this little like seat off the side.
Oh, so cute.
So
where are we going?
yeah, we are. Sorry,
You're good.
no, I
Good.
kind of forgot the name of it. It's Revia, right? That we're going to
Raven.
Raven Rock. So we are making our way to Raven Rock. It is
Ooh, good
will
choice.
Yeah,
Makes
lots
for
of
good
fun.
stories.
Lots of bold. We love vampires.
Hoping to be a lucrative choice.
Vampires will love you.
Yeah, they
They'll find you nice and tasty.
They do. Moving on. Here's the thing: is we're gonna need to make a rather quick, discreet, and possibly dangerous exit.
Quick, discreet, dangerous exit.
Yes. We're gonna be making a few of those as we go about our journeys. Yeah. So if that's a problem for you, we can talk about that.
I'll make an abbreviation.
Thank you. So,
Q.
Yeah, what I would like to do is, if you would like to come with me, we need to pick up some possible mountaineering supplies. I know there's a pass up there. If you have more knowledge on it, I would love it.
Do you have rope?
We have rope.
Grappling hook?
No.
What else do you want for the...
Plenty of food, maybe like a warm coat, maybe like mittens.
Have
Actually, I have a cloak, and we have a bunch of fish rations, so maybe all we need is like a couple grappling hooks, maybe some more rope.
I should say I have 10 rations on me of the fish. We stored the rest on
the donkey. Yeah.
I think we're good.
We're gonna be fine.
You like fish,
so if you...
right?
That's what I have in my home. That's why I like being around you.
Oh, good.
Ooh, we stink of fish.
Oh, stink is relative. So grappling hooks, some rope. That will.
Yeah. Okay.
You managed to find some for. I'm assuming you're getting regular rope and not spider silk.
What's the advantage of spider silk?
Rope
it's lighter.
Is spider silk.
We'll pick up spider silk. We'll shell out.
Okay, so between the grappling hook and the spider silk rope, 50 feet is 102 gold.
Okay, I'm not buying spider silk.
For the spider silk and the 2 grappling hooks.
We already have 50 feet of spider silk. I have that.
Yeah, I'm just going to get regular rope because I think that's where most of that cost is coming from.
Yes.
Yeah.
That will cost you... Yes, I want to look at a tent. A hemp rope costs you 1 gold and weighs 10 pounds.
Perfect. I'm in it.
Alright. And then you buy the 2 grappling hooks, and those each weigh a pound, I believe. Unless you want a mithril grappling hook for 2,001 gold. I know that offhand. You can do the same with a waffle iron.
So the total is 3 gold?
Yes, 3 gold. Why you need a mithril waffle iron?
Oh my god.
You never know.
Maybe it makes really good waffles.
Yeah. Have you ever had a mithril waffle?
Just saying. Could be delicious.
It could be. Do I need to prepare my own food? Am I partaking from...
We've got plenty of rations.
I have tent, I have my supplies. Riding, of course.
He's small,
I think we
right?
can supply...
Oh, we're cozy.
Rations. Oh, yeah. He's a small size creature. What about the peacock?
Peacock eats grains mostly, but could eat any type of rations. They're omnivores.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, we're going to be fine.
So as long as there's something to peck at, that'll be fine.
Yeah.
Bugs.
Okay, good deal.
Speaking of, you have your bugs that are still in effigy.
You're going to need to get your bugs.
I don't think I'm going to get the bug. Well, maybe. I'll see how long it's going to take.
Where did they go, and why are the bugs on the wall?
Well, maybe you should leave.
I'm going to reorganize the bugs to just say, I'm sorry. No.
Maybe you should leave the bugs so they think maybe something awful happened to us.
That's true.
Because obviously you would go back for your bugs.
Obviously I would go back for my bugs.
If this was a planned absence.
So are you planning to stage something?
I think we should.
What can we stage?
I don't know, fight? Maybe some blood? Rip up our lodgings? Make it look like we got kidnapped or something?
Yeah, we have to leave some stuff behind. We could totally do that. Do you think they'd buy that? I guess if the contract's not up with this place, they wouldn't have any reason to believe.
Right, we haven't been paid yet. We haven't
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah,
and you still have your leather that's drying.
And we've shown incredible courtesy, made friends, saved Dond a lot.
I think they would maybe buy it.
I think that we have built enough. At the very least, it'll seem suspicious. It won't immediately look like we stole the cargo and are running away.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We could also leave one box.
Yeah, I guess technically we only need 2.
Yeah, I mean, if we can take 4, let's
I don't think we
about
should
it.
get greedy when
Yeah.
it's like thousands of gold pieces.
I think we should take 3 at least, so we can negotiate for 3,000. Yeah, but we'll leave the 1.
Okay.
Or would it be more suspicious to leave the 1? We'll just do it. We'll decide to do that.
I want to go book passage.
Sure. So you
Raven
find Dogmaster Gervin Parted.
Hello.
No, hello. How can I help you?
I pass him the
bring her
Vast
up.
Society token.
Timeline?
Pretty immediately.
I have something leaving in 15 minutes.
Maybe slightly less immediately.
22 hours?
2 hours would be great.
2 hours. And that'll be about 10 gold.
Not to be picky. Okay.
For 3 and a donkey?
Oh yeah. Does the contract have information that's multiple people? I do have several companions.
Oh, sure. How many?
And an animal. 2 animals.
Okay.
2.
How many beds? Or how many rooms, rather?
Oh, we can. How big are the rooms?
They're cozy, but they're not, like, on top of each other.
I think we could squeeze into a room.
And how many beds?
3.
And animals?
A donkey and a peacock.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we gotta get 2 animals now.
22 gold.
And anonymity.
30 gold.
I'll put any of that.
Okay. No, I'll hand him 35.
And what name should I put for our traveling companions? And your mule and your falcon.
Peacock?
Falcon.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I thought I was paying for anonymity.
I need some name to put on here. I have no idea who you are, you small halfling man.
Yes, I am a small halfling man.
And your name?
Rex McCarthy.
Alright, episode 2, alias number 2.
And your half-elf companion woman?
That's Bob.
Bob.
Bob the half elf. She doesn't have a last name.
Oh.
She's one of those half-elves.
And your third companion, a human child?
Jamie Spears.
Lynn Spears? Jamie Lynn Spears?
No,
Jamie
no,
Spears.
Just Jamie Spears.
Spears.
Okay. And of course, the names of your animals are not
Not
necessary.
important. I didn't
Oh, well,
think.
here's your tickets for Rex, Bob, and Jamie.
Thank you. Perfect. You've been a great help.
Of course, and if you need anything, you'll find someone, I'm sure.
Okay, so we have 2 hours. Do I know
They tell you
the
the
name
ship.
of the ship and
yeah.
where it is?
Yeah, I'm assuming that's not your biggest priority at the moment, is identifying, picking, and vetting your ship when you bought anonymity to the dockmaster.
Yeah, I guess, can I, give it a once-over?
Yeah.
Just a
There's nothing that
glance.
immediately stands out
Yeah.
that, glancing, if you were to take the time to actually read through it.
It's
You
not
could.
like the ship that we're
Right, right,
supposed
yeah.
to be.
Yeah, it's not like you're on Pierce's ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And it's not the ship that you sunk.
Do I recognize the flags?
Yeah, it's just a generic flag.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Looks like a merchant.
Great. Alright, I gotta write down this thing.
Me too.
All right, so we buy the stuff and are headed back
All right.
to the ship.
Do you guys need up?
Yeah, while we're on the way, I want to talk to Tectoon about their like anything that they can do to help us move more stealthily.
Oh, good. Of course. Well, I am.
I'm sorry. If that's just something that they can't do right now, that's totally
You
fine.
are just fine. So, Ripley, if I recall correctly, are good at hiding in particular locations.
Like on a ship, maybe. They have like ship hiding as a racial trait.
So based off of their look, they receive +4 stealth in marshes and forested areas.
Okay, and so dock works, not a marsh, even though
Depending
there's water.
on where the dock is. And also spells.
Okay.
Let me see.
So I have my spell that I might use. But I think I need to use it on you, Victoria.
On me?
Yes.
Let me see if this works.
Oh no, I can't. Because I don't have the thing. You can't drink the potion. You can't drink my potion.
I can't drink your potion?
No, I need a special thing to make that happen.
Oh.
Unless I can splash it on you.
If I have passed without trace,
Oh, yes.
I'm not particularly. I have to use 3 spells to do it for each of us, but I could.
Maybe just for her. And if you feel confident about your stealth, if you don't, use it for you. I am very
You won't
stealthy.
need footprints or scents, so fish might
do
be
are
considered.
stink. Yeah, maybe we should burn 3 spells to do this.
When now?
How long does it last? Is it like an hour?
An hour per level per creature type.
Let's cast it like as we approach the ship.
There's also obscuring mist.
I feel like that would draw attention, though.
Yeah.
Just a ship covered in mist.
Oh no! Wind!
Oh, oops! Okay, well let's freaking do this, dogs.
Just since they don't, it can't really, it doesn't work like Dungeons and Dragons where you kind of like fade in and out of reality. It's just you don't leave scents or footprints.
Great.
So
okay.
Makes sense with the name.
Okay.
It makes more sense than the D&D.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
So do I have is there any
Wait.
like plus to stealth, or it's just you're just not leaving
you're
anything?
you
Great.
cannot be tracked by non-magical means.
Okay. Sweet.
Sweet. Wait a minute. Do you have a 4th use of that?
Yes.
Okay, we might need it for the donkey. I just wanted to check ahead of time. Because otherwise, it's like I'm going to have to leave with the donkey, and there's no point in doing like a...
Sure, I can do that.
Okay, when we
He
get
doesn't
down
actually
there.
use it on himself because he's never been here. So
Okay, yeah. No worries.
Peacock.
Yeah.
All right. So you are now on the ship. Why don't you guys roll stealth to sneak onto your friendly ship
And I haven't earned a story point by being really cool.
by being really cool?
Yeah, by like doing cool stuff, or like
Rubbing
catching
for
a big
story
fish,
points.
or like singing a song.
19.
16.
And
Wait, no. Before we get on, I drink my potion for the day. Reduce person. I am now a tiny creature,
What?
and I have another +4 to stealth, so that's a 20.
What the fuck? Excuse me.
I turn to you and I'm like, hold on, and I drink the stuff, and I just like shrink.
What? So how big is a
yeah,
tiny
so
creature?
2.5 feet square. Natural reach of 0. Your melee and projectile weapons deal less damage. So what do you normally do damage-wise?
A D6, so it'd be a D4, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So you now move a little less, but
I'm hoping somebody might just carry
the
me.
Gripply puts you on the peacock,
Aww.
I turn to
Best
Tectoon and I'm like,
which is now taller than you.
Can this just be forever?
No, my seat.
Okay. All right. No worries. No worries.
So where are we going?
Should we mess up our quarters first? Or should we go figure out the cargo?
I think we need
and
to
then
go
leave
figure
and mess
out.
up quarters in tandem. Like you go get the donkey.
Or I could mess up your quarters.
Oh.
That's the call. We should show you the quarters, and then we go.
I can find your quarters.
Okay. Oh yeah. Just go towards the fish still. Okay.
Let's go get the cargo.
Yeah.
Then you hear.
Oh.
Because he's like something delicious. It's that kind of like.
Oh my gosh. Did we make a mistake?
Wait, I want to hand the Gripply. No, I'll save my poisons. Yeah, I'll save the poisons. We're fine.
All right.
Okay.
So Gripply is now wandered off on their own. You're still riding the peacock who is following.
Have we made a general? Can
Yeah,
I make a general check, or do we just know that there's nobody?
There's
on the
no
ship?
one that you see on top of the ship. So
Okay.
the Gripply is kind of actually like crawling a little bit.
Oh, I'm smooth.
You're riding the peacock, and you're stealthing.
I didn't think Molly was gonna have like a romantic interest.
I didn't think so
You
either.
Oh my
It's
god.
the voice. That's what did it.
It's straight up the covered in poison. That's all it is. That's all you.
for your
poison.
I love you for your goo.
You guys are both illicit substances.
Yes, we're both dangerous to touch. So,
Alright.
God, imagine the poison bomb they make together.
Oh.
the stink in that room.
Oh my god. Ew.
Okay.
Well, I didn't even go there. I just thought like you building a bomb with their poison.
We're doing it, baby.
The couple that builds bombs together, you know?
Dies in a tragic house fire together.
Usually.
But it's really hot.
Yeah,
Okay.
in both ways.
All right, so you've made it to the door.
So what was your plan here?
My plan was to try and remember how we did this.
Okay, why don't you roll finesse at disadvantage?
Can I give a help?
Sure.
Can I also roll finesse and try to...
Yeah.
15.
You help. You have +2.
Disadvantage?
Mm-hmm.
That is a 16 finesse check. With disadvantage.
So you and you hear one of the locks go down. So
Okay.
It looks like there's 3. You did the one that requires like the hand movements. You take your 3 fingers and you kind of move them in a pattern and it shifts.
Sick.
It looks like there is one that requires a key and one that uses a signet. So you make it through the first lock.
What?
Can you check the captain's quarters?
I mean, he's probably wearing the ring. But yeah,
Well,
I can go.
Maybe if we can see the signet.
Either that or he's just hanging out in his quarters and then we're fucked.
Yeah. Hey,
That
he
guy.
can talk.
No, he scribbles hay on the back.
Yeah.
I cannot roll above
Hey, boo.
freaking 6 today. I'm so mad.
Okay, I'll piece and go check out the quarters and see if I can find the key, because we're missing a key and a signet ring.
Wait, that was a 17. Sorry, I forgot I get +1 to disable device.
Okay.
And yeah, we're looking for a key or a signet ring.
Okay, I'll go check.
So as you're walking by, you hear kind of scratching and ripping and tearing. And you hear bugs. And then you hear
Don't eat all the bugs.
fine. But only because some are mushy.
Oh, those are the good ones. Those were the good bugs.
And just like there's poison. Like you walk by and they're just like and stabbing into the
Gross.
and you hear shattering glass. Almost done.
Oh, I want to leave some of my blood. I'm still wounded. Can I just like poke into it?
Are you leaving into the
Yeah,
You have to leave the...
I'm gonna go back with you to help you search the room because I'm afraid of doing another disable device check and failing in case there's like,
Being
some
alone.
alarm and being
Yeah,
alone.
so you hear this and
Okay, so I'm gonna hop in there and just be like, wait, real quick. And I like dig into my wound and I get some of my blood.
You watch as they take a cup and just kind of push it against your wound. And then like they're taking it and splattering it around.
I want identifiable known blood on the walls.
And they start writing in a language that you don't recognize.
Yeah.
And then underline it a couple times.
Oh.
And then handprints.
Hell yeah.
And would you make handprints too?
Yes. I do like one big nasty smear on the wall. Literally just one.
Okay, so you now have a tiny handprint.
Oh no! Oh, it's gonna be inconspicuous. Well, who knows? Maybe they just won't think it's me. We'll see. Maybe they think I got shrunk. Honey, they shrunk the gnome.
Cat?
Yes.
Friend?
What?
Would
No.
Then drag, and then claw along the floor. You pulled off.
Oh.
Unwilling.
Oh, fine.
Sell it.
I dig my claws
Yeah, and then-
into the...
And they start they actually have a lot of string. They start pulling you.
Are they pulling me by my tail?
They're pulling you by your feet.
Oh, okay.
And then they're like, sorry, and they pull out a couple hairs and just kind of throw them on there. And then they brush your fur back down.
Those were your
Thank
good
you.
hairs.
They were my good hairs. Spent all
I
morning
didn't
cleaning
break
those.
your hat.
Cleaning that one spot. Thank you.
And they put like some clots
Can I
in
ask
your
for
blood.
permission to pluck a peacock's feather from the peacock?
Are you asking the peacock?
Yes.
Do you have speak with animals?
No, I'm gonna ask the correctly.
I wouldn't.
Okay. All right.
I'll give up one from my hat. I'll do it.
Do you like snap it and just
Yeah, gingerly rest it on my torn up cot.
I flick a little bit of my blood on it.
I want you to remember this. I did this for us.
What's really upsetting is I know how much this means to you.
so it actually has meaning.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so we need to check the quarters for a key and at least like an image of the signet to try and make a forgery.
Sure. So you're sneaking, and there's someone walking down a hallway. You guys kind of move into one of the side rooms.
Mm-hmm.
You miss them. You recognize them as Minor, who's kind of walking by
Oh, shit.
and is headed not quite in the direction of your room.
I wouldn't assume he was going to our room.
No.
Okay. So
Because you all left at the same point.
Oh yeah. Okay, we'll let that be.
Okay. So you make it to the captain's quarters. I'm assuming you're listening at the door before you enter. Okay, roll perception checks.
14.
Okay. You don't hear anything. There's just the general, like, with the movement of the water, there's like a shifting of wood and items. Nothing abnormal.
Okay, does the door just open?
You reach in and the door opens.
All right.
I lean in and I say, Captain?
Nothing.
Guess they wouldn't
Well,
respond either way.
obviously.
Captain, raise your hand if you're in here. Now listen for a hand.
Alright, you don't hear any response from the captain.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna start rifling carefully.
Alright. So, are you going through their desk?
I'm assuming that's probably the first place I would.
We should
start.
maybe not rifle carefully. We should maybe rifle intentionally not carefully.
Okay.
But if we're destroying our areas and it looks like if we're staging a robbery.
Sure. I
All right.
rifle uncarefully.
You're rifling uncarefully and loudly?
Not loudly.
No. Yeah, quietly and uncarefully.
Alright.
I mean, like papers. All.
Yeah. Okay, so you're
Rustle,
rifling,
yeah.
looking for things.
Yeah.
The
I don't
gri-
want to like turn
Your
over. any
gripply friend just
furniture or
taking
anything.
glassware and wrapping them in a cloth and then putting them on the floor.
Mhm.
This is fun.
I'm,
I like this.
I'm like kicking stuff with my tiny feet, not really making any noise, not helping.
You may have made a dent in a cushion.
Oh my gosh.
Molly's so proud.
You're a monster.
I'm a monster. Molly pulls out a bomb and it's just like,
Just a little one.
not today.
I wish everything shrinks with you, so
So
your bombs are
there's a
safe.
couple
Yeah.
locked drawers.
Okay.
So you can try and pick them, or you can force them open, or...
I'll pick them.
I was going to say, I'm not a lock picker.
Roll it with advantage, because you can see the inside of the lock better. Because you can actually fit your...
That's a crit. I'm going to see if I crit twice. Didn't crit twice.
Where'd you get for the second one?
It is a 6, but I'm going to count this as my roll to confirm.
What? Why would you...
What was the 6 for?
So I rolled with advantage, you said.
Oh, yes.
So I crit, then I rolled a 6 for the advantage roll. And then, to confirm, would you like to see what I rolled?
A 20.
I
I
saw
saw
it.
it.
Okay.
And one more time.
Can I triple succeed?
You can.
19.
19.
All the doors pop open.
Mhm.
There's a signet ring lying in a bowl of cleaning solution. Because it looks like it's been worn. So the one that you saw him wearing when he was leaving was a lot shinier than this.
Mhm.
And there's also a key tied to a little hook that appears to have a slider. But you've opened every drawer. There's also some money, a ruby.
Taking all of that.
Right.
We'll split this up. I turn to you and I say, I know this is important to you. We will split this up.
So you can't carry any of this.
Oh, I can't. I'm too small.
I will carry it.
All of it.
All right. So you have a
All of
ruby,
it.
47 gold.
I'm gonna put this like.
You can just
separate.
keep that gold since you paid 35. Or if you want to give me 3.
We'll do this later.
Yeah, later. Sorry, yeah.
So 47 gold and a ruby.
And also a silver plate. And a tattoo ink pen.
Ooh.
Ooh. I put on the signet ring like a belt. Oh.
You're not
And
that
also-
small.
Like a hand-drawn picture of what appears to be the captain with a significant other.
Are we keeping that or
Can I
leaving
leave
that?
the picture?
Yeah.
Okay. I just feel like if I was robbing the place, I wouldn't find value in a memento like that.
So now you've managed to take everything, but there is the key that is still tied to that hook.
I guess. I mean, obviously we need the...
Can I unscrew the hook from the thing?
Sure. Why don't you roll a craft check for me?
I love that we're like scared of everything.
What is happening here? I rolled nothing but 2s and now it's nothing but 19s and 20s. That is a 24.
You unscrew it, and then you see that the thread actually went behind it and was going to pull an explosive device.
Ooh.
So you've managed to take the key off of the hook.
Okay. And so it's not, if I move it, it's not going to trigger the explosive?
Correct.
Sweet.
Because you unscrewed the hook.
God, I'm a monster.
Okay,
Okay.
Let's get back there.
Let's get back there.
Do we want to trigger at some point?
I look at him. I have delayed explosion.
How long can you delay?
I think it's only, I think it's a minute or a round. If it's a
I'm
minute.
thinking long thread.
Ooh, I like
And
that.
yank.
No, because then we leave the trace of the thread.
It usually burns.
Usually. If you feel good about it, I feel good about it.
Oh, I come back and
You find, let's find a big string. You find a big string, we're gonna keep working. That's a
Came
big
prepared
string.
with something.
I'm very small. I use string for lots of things.
Ah, that's so great.
Alright.
Did you want to grab your fish leather? Oh, probably not.
Yeah, I think it's more
I can take
suspicious
bites
if we
off the
do.
fish leather.
No, I think it's more, again, if I don't want to, if Bertrand's down there, well, if you feel like it's going to look good,
You need
do
to
it.
get your donkey, right?
Yeah, I need to get the donkey.
Is donkey near fish leather?
Donkey's near the fish leather.
Okay, maybe
Here we
bite
go.
if you have time.
Yeah, if we have time, we'll bite the fish leather. Don't worry. I'm upset.
Okay. So
I have to
let's
take
go
a
back.
quick moment. Do you want to get the donkey real quick? It's fine.
Yeah,
That's up to you.
yeah. I guess I'll go get the donkey.
Thank you.
All right.
I ride the
Weirdly in the
peacock.
middle.
So sorry.
All right. So you're headed down to the mess hall where you're starting to find. No one seems to be around. There is one person sitting at the bar who's having a drink.
And And I do have to like walk by them to get
They're kind of looking in the area that you would have to go to.
Okay. Do I know what their job on the ship is?
Why don't you roll? Just roll a d20 for me.
10.
You don't recognize this person.
I walk up to them and kind of tap them on the shoulder.
Sure.
Hey.
Oh, hi, Beth.
Hi. I don't know if we've been formally introduced.
Oh, we haven't. I was gonna say Felicity, obviously. I'm Keen.
Oh, hi, Keen. Hi. What do you do around here?
I'm up on. I keep watch on the crow's nest.
Oh, very cool. That's such an important job.
It really is.
Yeah.
You have a friend?
I thought I was by myself.
You...
Jamie's an old pal of mine. We ran into each other.
Oh, Jamie. Okay.
Yeah, while we were ashore. Bertrand wanted me to come back and snag somebody for some muscle with getting groceries.
Oh, yeah, I will go.
You think you'll be able to do that?
Sure.
I'm just grabbing something from my room, and then we'll be meeting back up at the drop. But
okay,
Thank
Bye,
you.
Dad.
Bye,
Bye, Jamie.
Bye.
And then passes you.
Oh.
Bye.
I'm Tina. What? What's going on? I thought
We're fine.
You
We're
pointed
good.
at me like I had to say something.
No, we're good.
They were saying goodbye to you and your gripply friend.
Aww.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, and then they walk off.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to have a different name.
What? Your name is... What's your name? What's your different name?
Isn't that the fake name that you gave? When you got shipped?
No, I'm Jamie.
No, you're Bob.
I'm Bob.
But
now
Jamie's
they know
not
I'm
Gripply.
Jamie.
Now there's a Jamie, but Jamie's a human child.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Oh.
There are lots of Jamies. Jamie's a really common name.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah,
We've
it's
got
2001. Everyone's named Jamie.
You see they take an egg and just swallow it whole.
That's a weird skill.
I love that about you.
I need a snack.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it is
Plus
hard
it was
work.
pickled. You know.
Mm.
Yeah. Briny.
Love a pickled egg. Okay. Can we go get the
Briny.
cargo now, or do you want to handle Juniper?
Okay, yeah, we gotta get. Well, we should have Juniper there.
Yeah.
Is she?
They pass without a trace on Juniper. There are
Oh,
the
sweet.
chickens though. They're sitting in there. The chicks kind of come up to you expecting food. Most people don't come in here unless they're gonna feed them.
Oh no! What do I have? I have
There's feed that is outside the door.
Oh, can I motion you to bring in feed?
What? Oh,
Just
God.
they're gonna be.
Fine. I bring feed to the chickens.
I feed the chickens.
Alright, you feed the chickens.
I imagine I've fed them plenty of times before, just coming in to see Juniper. So
Yeah.
like, I don't want to set. It just seems like a weird thing to not do right now. I do it as quickly as possible though. It's
Okay,
like literally just I pour the feed onto the floor and then I go.
Okay. They are obsessed with the feed and Juniper follows you out. Gripply passes without a trace with his little flap.
Thank you.
Okay.
Alright.
Let's go get the goods.
Yeah. Okay.
At this point,
Felicity's anxious to get off this ship.
you're singing. And it's Minor. And he's coming down the stairs towards the mess hall. There is another set of stairs that you can take, and there's also a hallway that leads in the direction where you're going. It's hard to tell if it's the stairs or the hallway that he's coming from, but it's in that general area.
Good with me, nor can I can't throw my voice. What can I do?
I think we should just take the stairs and just try to circle so that he doesn't.
Okay.
So they don't see us.
Yeah, let's
Take
do
the
that.
other set of stairs up and around.
Yeah, that's
I
smart
could be
call.
distraction. We'll keep that back pocket.
Oh, wait. If you want to grab a chicken and run in another direction and make a chicken noise in the place a chicken shouldn't be. No, that's suspicious.
opens the door, scatters feet. Let's go.
Okay. God, I love you. This could be totally horrible Tectoon, but you
They also
are.
take another egg. And as they take a bite, they hand you half an egg, which is pretty sizable for you.
Oh, they took a bite out of it though, and their hands are covered in poison.
Their skin is poison, but they pass you the egg.
Okay, do I see poison on it?
No.
Okay, all right.
The egg is not poisonous.
I carefully observe. I eat the egg.
Alright, you follow poison safety.
Yeah.
Okay.
You are now snacking on your way to go break into the...
Yeah, loudly chewing a pickled egg.
Alright. And you see as they're running, there's a piece of fish leather, and he's gnawing on the fish leather.
Oh, so he didn't want it like for the armor. He wanted to eat it.
Yeah. Fish jerky.
Okay.
So it's kind of like hanging out of their mouth as they're running.
This is
You're
really
still
cute.
riding on the peacock, which is a surprisingly smooth ride.
Yeah.
Damn. We're freaking adorable.
I pat its head.
Yeah, you guys are just building your little menagerie. And then your donkey. Juniper's just... You can almost hear the tuba.
Yeah. Juniper's
Alright,
a tuba.
You make it to the door.
Okay. I'm gonna slot the key in the signet ring.
You hear as the chickens are running around.
Okay.
So you take the key
Mm-hmm.
and you're rotating it in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm scared.
Why don't you make a perception check for me while you're turning this key?
That is a 16.
You realize that it kind of catches as you turn to the right.
Turn it the other or
And you turn it the other way?
Yeah.
Turn it the other way. Door opens.
Okay.
And then the last is a little signet piece.
That's...
Which
Go ahead.
do you have the ring?
I have it.
Oh,
probably
you-
as like
yeah,
a
you
like
have
a like a bracelet.
Sure.
I clink it in.
Alright. You can't reach it because you're so small.
Okay, I put it on the peacock's beak.
Okay. The peacock looks at you and then just pushes it in. The door appears to be unlocked but has not yet opened.
Can I do another perception check?
Sure.
I have a spell too.
7.
Looks fine. Nothing suspicious at all.
I'm going to cast. Well, no, I'm going to do a perception too, just in case, since we're doing this now. It's an 11, so.
There's a pressure plate that you guys are all on.
All standing on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to step off the pressure plate.
You're not off the pressure plate, but it's still depressed.
I guess I'll step off of it too.
You hear the sound as something is now clicked within the door.
Okay.
Was it locked again?
Attempt to push on it.
You push on the door.
Uh-huh.
You make a reflex save. Both of you.
I got a 6.
I have 12.
You take
Sorry,
3
14.
points of fire damage as a column of fire rises from the pressure plate. The
You and I stepped off of
We
it.
both did?
yes, it just came out in a wave. The peacock and the Gripply are fine.
Okay.
Juniper is a little scorched.
Junie, honey.
I love that we're all down here.
Okay, the door's not opening.
The door is open, but you had a wave.
Oh.
The column of fire.
Was it a noisy column of fire?
I mean,
Okay, well, there's chicken noise, so hopefully that's louder.
Yeah, let's just get in, get
All
the
right.
stuff.
Quick as
there
we
are
can.
the 2 containers that you initially took from the ship.
Mm-hmm.
There were no more than 2.
There weren't. I thought there were 4 or something. Okay.
There are other crates that you had.
Okay, so let's take the 2 that are marked, and then are we able to lift 1 or 2 of the other ones to make it look like we weren't targeting?
Sure, they aren't open, but you're welcome to take them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know what's in them, obviously.
Yeah,
but...
so they weigh the 2 locked crates each weigh about 60 pounds apiece,
Oh God.
and the other large crate weighs about 40 pounds.
40. Is Juniper gonna be able
Oh
to...
yeah, that's totally fine.
Okay, so we're snagging 160 pounds worth of right?
Yeah, she's between a medium and a heavy
60
load.
apiece plus 40. Yeah,
Plus
160 pounds.
Yeah.
All right, so you have 2 locked boxes with 120 pounds and 1 crate.
Are we able to stash the lock boxes like the bottom of like a saddlebag, like a?
The Gripply takes out a blanket and covers half of it. Other blanket, maybe?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what the cargo situation is like on Juniper. If it's just saddlebags or if
It's just saddlebags, although I think we could tie stuff down.
Okay.
Blanket.
Sweet.
All right, you now have it covered with a blanket.
Get the fudge
Yeah.
out.
Okay. Moving stealthy.
All right. So you're now stealthing out, and the Gripply goes, "Hurry, I'll be right back," and claps his way over.
Clap, clap.
Yeah.
All right, so you've now managed to sneak out. You hear Minor chasing chickens.
Mm-hmm.
Damn
Okay.
chickens! Who left the door open? Bertrand's gonna kill me. He's gonna think I did it. And then as you manage to exit the boat, you're still stealthing.
Mm-hmm.
Although you notice in the distance, they haven't noticed you yet, but you see the captain and Bertrand and Dawn are now
Okay.
starting to walk down the docks towards the ship.
Okay, they haven't noticed us
They have not noticed you yet.
So we need to...
So what's the dock? Is it like, is there only one way, or is it like a long dock?
It's a long dock that has some juts off the side, so you could theoretically hide behind another ship, or you could find some way to sneak because there's some like gentle stalls.
Right.
There's also like a small raft that you could try and all get on and move.
I'm just thinking of like
That's dangerous.
circling, like going the opposite direction, circling behind them. Like, is that a possibility? So that we basically miss each other?
No.
No.
You can either hide where they won't see you, or try and make yourself inconspicuous and pass.
I think we're about to hear an explosion. We should hide because they're not going to be paying close attention
Yeah.
to us.
All right, let's hide.
All right.
Hey, I'm just gonna say, what do we call him, Jamie?
Jamie's not with you.
Oh, how far did Jamie was this like seconds ago, minutes ago?
I think a minute ago.
Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna say anything. I can't. I'll just fuck. I'd
He'll
say,
figure it out.
Jamie incoming.
No, he'll figure it out.
Okay, right. Yeah, let's hide.
Roll stealth.
Is there any advantage to pass without trace?
Yes, good. Okay. You're at a 21.
No, you just can't be
I
tracked.
asked
It's okay.
that
I have a
earlier.
plus 14. So the 31.
And the peacock got a 20-something.
Yay!
Ooh, sneaky,
Oh my
sneaky
God.
peeky.
All right. So at this point, there's a shaking, shuddering boom,
Mhm.
and the top back of the ship erupts in a column of fire,
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Mhm.
and the ship starts to sink as it buckles under the vacuum of where the ship used to be.
Oh my god.
There's also a couple peacock feathers that have gone flying around. And at this point, the rest of the crew starts running towards the ship, running past you. Just going, "Oh my god, what the fuck happened? Who was on the ship?" And they're like, "Minor!" And they start diving into the water to try and find Minor.
Oh my god. He was kind of sketchy to begin with.
I mean,
It's
yes,
fine.
but also, he's the only one who ever respected my poison use.
So at this point, they kind of run past you. You can try and slip behind them because they are now currently preoccupied with trying to save.
Yeah, I want to try and make an exit. I don't
Yeah.
want to hang around.
All right, so
any
you guys
longer
just
than we
snuck
have
by.
to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And as you reach the end of the dock, you see a singed Gripply with a peacock missing half of its feathers. And just,
Oh, I thought the peacock was with us.
oh, it was, yeah. So at this point, you're right. So the singed Gripply is just,
Hi. you
they don't look very good.
Oh no.
Oh man, I hand it my health potion.
They drink it.
You earned your pay today.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I saved a chick.
Oh.
No. I take it in both arms because it's like giant to me right now.
How long do you stay reduced?
You said an hour?
I think it's an hour per. It might be a minute per level. I might have fucked this up.
No, that's okay.
We were rolling on there for a minute. What are you talking
Oh,
about?
reduced person is 1 round. Duration 1 minute per level, so 1 minute.
Okay.
Oops.
So,
All right.
you used it.
Sorry, I know now.
That's okay. We'll say that you used it where it was important when you were undoing the lock.
Okay. Yeah.
So now there would have been an actual gnome-sized handprint.
Aw.
Yeah.
Yay. I fucked up in the right way.
You did. All right.
Alright, let's get to our new ship.
So you hustle and bustle,
Yeah.
and you move over to the ship on the Talia side. No, not Talia. On the... on the Molstrand side. And you manage to climb on your ship. They pass through, and they're like, Rex, Bob, Jamie, animals. They let you on. They're like, so we're about to set sail in about 30 minutes, so feel free to make yourself comfortable.
Is there any way to speed that up?
Possibly. We're just waiting on some supplies.
How much would it cost me?
How much is it worth to you?
So, the 47 that we took from the captain gets 35 to cover your expenses. I'll eat the 3 for the rope and the grappling hook.
How does 10 gold sound? 15?
You realize we don't have our food at the moment. We're raiding
Fine. You didn't see us, and I want to go to the lower deck.
Alright, so you don't pay them, and you go to the lower deck.
No, I'm gonna hand them each a gold piece as she says you didn't see us.
And the Gripply pulls out the ruby and gives it to them. They had rolled a nat 20.
The one time we tried to lowball a bribe, the one time.
And then the ship starts moving the moment you go below the docks.
Oh my god. Do we not have any food though?
You don't
We
know,
have
but
food.
at this point you're moving.
We have food. We're set.
Okay.
We have 50 pounds of fish rations. On
a lot
top
of
of
fish.
whatever you have and whatever.
I had 10 on my person.
Yeah.
How convenient. They decided to leave.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm so convincing.
Absolutely, I'm writing that down right now. Scary Captain Redclaw. I'll bend before her.
Yes.
Your adjectives are just excellent.
Hey, I'm gonna take it.
Yeah.
And Mad Molly, the bomber.
Emphasis on the mad.
Yeah, when you talk about me like that, yeah. I do get mad.
I wish you were
Have
so
a
tiny.
fun repartee.
Yeah, I wish you were still smart.
You know what? At least I'm scary.
Make sure you didn't drop anything when we were leaving. Check all your packs.
That's a good call. Perception check. 4.
Everything is there.
Wow. I didn't drop a single thing.
Can I check myself and Molly?
Yeah.
It's almost a 17. It was a 5.
Everything's there except for the ruby.
Except for the ruby.
And 1 gold coin, which found a coin on the floor.
Oh, thank you. That'll...
Everything okay?
Yeah, everything's great. Getting along swimmingly.
Hopefully not swimmingly.
Yeah, I'm
I
not
don't
great
know.
at that.
Depending on how the rest of the evening goes.
They take another bite off of the leather and just...
Stuff like a whole skein of it.
Yes. They actually took like a tear out of it because the leather wasn't totally dry, so they're just sucking on it like one would suck on jerky.
I'm gonna hand him an actual fish ration. Be like, this is real food.
And then they take your
Yeah.
fish ration. And
Oh, okay.
Alright. We're here. How many days to Red Rock?
Raven Rock?
Raven Rock. Sorry, I keep doing that.
Well, to Revia, it'll be about a week, and then depending on the current of the river, then we go up. Any stories you want me to record while I'm here?
Should we talk about how hard we just betrayed these people?
Probably
like
not.
how much work we put into like looking like their friends and helping them,
I don't think that's
and
good
like
for
how
business.
much they loved us before we flipped so hard and just robbed the shit out of them
And blew up their ship.
Yeah, I wanna let her know this is the third ship I've sunk. I don't name the others,
Okay.
but I let her know that this is like
Everything.
they him
Scourges of the sea, I'm gathering.
Yes.
Oh, that's good. I like
Arsonist
that.
extraordinaire. Yeah.
Yeah, again, leave out the betrayal. I do want to work again in the future.
I never put in betrayal.
Good.
Found better offer with new company.
Yeah, negotiated.
Yes.
We're just excellent negotiators.
As a note, you can see the flames. You want me to sketch a little drawing of you two with the flames?
Yes. Can I hold the peacock
And the chick?
and the chick?
You're posing with the peacock and the chick.
Does my hat look okay?
Little two.
Thank you.
Yeah, and then
Just very regal.
I love that you can sketch.
it's a 14, so it's not like a pristine one, but it's like, you see a sketch artist and they're like, yeah. That will be sent in officially with the smiles, but they also make your peacock feathers. You're not missing one anymore.
Oh, good. Thank you. It's
And
important to
do
fill
they
you don't
out.
have a hole in your
I was
chest.
gonna say, did they hide the gaping wound in my chest?
All right. Is there anything you want to do on this ship?
I want to just lay as low as possible.
Okay.
Just
Right, so you spend your time kind of on the bottom of the ship. Do you go out to eat with the rest of the crew? Or are you kind of sticking in your room eating? And
would I think it was suspicious if we didn't eat with the crew?
it depends on the crew itself.
I mean, we paid for anonymity.
You paid for passage, so it may just be like, oh, they're not eating with us, but it could be something like if they're particularly conniving, they're like, this weird group didn't eat with us.
Yeah, maybe we should.
But it depends on...
I'd like to go out and, get food and maybe eat in the cabin.
Sure, so as you
Yeah.
go out to get food, people are complaining that there's just nothing to eat. Like, why did we leave? So there's, a very thin soup.
Okay.
When we say thin soup, it's like chicken broth, and there's a piece of chicken in your
Okay.
bowl of chicken broth.
Molly is going to find somebody on deck and see if there's a trawl or something she can use to fish.
You're gonna go fishing. Here we are again.
Somebody's got to be the hero.
All right. They're like, yeah, there you go. So it's actually set up on back, and someone's trying to use it, and they look really crestfallen.
Okay.
Want to try your luck?
I would love to.
Do you have any bait?
I had the 25, but I don't know if they were all on the walls or if I was just drawing the goofy ones. They're probably all on the walls. Let's be
I would
real.
assume so.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do I have for bait? I could use fish, the little bits of fish.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I have fish. That's really all I have. And I have emergency rations for the donkey, but I think the fish are the best bet.
Okay.
So I pull out a fish ration and start tearing off little bits.
Okay. The fish ration gives you probably 10 pieces of bait.
Okay, sweet. So I just cast out with this person. I ask if they'll stay and help in case things get a little out of hand.
Yeah. So this one doesn't actually stick to the boat itself. It's a loose rod.
Okay.
So why don't you roll a d20 for me?
Even 10.
All right. I need to make a strength check as this rod is being pulled from your hands.
Can I need help. As I feel the pull, I turn to the person next to me and say, help.
They grab your collar.
It's the early Simpsons Bart Simpson being choked noise.
They rolled a 1, so it's real tight.
It's a 7.
Do you want to?
You manage to hold onto the rod as your eyes are bugging out of your skull. Stop! natural 20, they grab you by the waist and yank.
Uh-huh.
I'll burn your house. That's the title of the episode.
Okay. Do they pull me and the fish up?
Nope, they pull you and they're walking with you as you start trying reeling.
Okay.
I'll
I'll burn
burn
your
your...
Oh my god.
What do I roll another strength?
Yes.
Do I have help on this one?
Yes.
You're doing great.
With the help, it's a 5.
It flies out of your hands.
I roll a reflex save to catch it. Just one last chance.
Sure.
Oh, 17.
You have it by 2 fingers.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Do I hear any of this? Can I go?
Yeah, you're hearing...
Oh my god. Are you trying to
You
fish
know
again?
this noise. You've choked me before.
I don't know, maybe you're into it.
I was not, and I still am not. My next strength check, with help, is an 18.
Okay, so you managed to grab onto it with one hand. This person's like, do you think you can reel it in?
No. I make it cclear I need help. Like,
Who owns this gnome?
gnomership?
I do. No more ship.
Yeah.
They need help, and I'm not paid enough.
Me neither.
I can help you if you can reel it in.
Yeah, I'll take over.
So
I'll take the rod.
Yeah.
And they set you down nicely.
What do I need to do? A strength check?
Yep.
I look them in the eyes, and I hope that they can just see the flames.
It's an 18.
Flames.
The flames of
The
the
side of my face.
the fire of 3 burning ships in the back of my eyes.
I got an 18.
Alright.
And I assist.
So you got a 20. You reel it in. You have a small, like, I think baby tuna. Like 30 pounds.
This?
You know how strong I am. I weigh 32 pounds. This fish is as heavy as I am.
Thank goodness you're not tiny.
God, yeah. Reduced person.
Alright.
Oh, I think I know what I need to do next time.
Unhook it. Can we throw it back out?
Yeah.
Because if we're trying to, like, feed the whole ship.
Yeah, so I have 10 uses of this, basically.
Okay, we'll do it one more time and then we'll move on.
Sure.
Can we do like an average for the rest of the night and just say whatever happens this time is like averaged over?
Yeah, why don't you roll a percentile die?
That I can do. Or would you like to since you're fishing?
Go ahead.
No, you're the fisherman.
Oh. I'm not the fisherman.
Fisherwoman, pardon me.
My other...
Okay.
81.
Okay. So, it's piddly out here. You're getting about that same size.
Okay.
You don't get a couple catches and lose the bait twice, but you manage to catch about 5 fish that are the same size as the one that you threw back.
Okay.
I'd like to drag it down to the kitchen and present it.
Okay. You can tell that they're like, oh, fish, but they're like, it's food. So, thank you.
Don't look a gift fish in the mouth.
I think that's it.
And they pull a parasite that replaces the tongue of the fish, and they wouldn't look it in the mouth anyways, and they toss it.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do you want it cooked?
This is for other people. Or do you want it, please? We have good fish.
Yeah, I'm just trying to, like, semi-right or wrong, because I don't want these people to hold a grudge, and I don't want them to, like, turn against us. So I don't need any of it.
Oh, they look a little surprised. Okay, well, if you get hungry, come on back.
I'll let you know.
And you go in and you have your delicious fish that has been dried.
Yeah. If possible, we'll just try and make a habit of doing that when we can. Just like catching what we can.
And you watch as Tectoon is crumbling some bread for for his peacock.
Does the peacock have a name?
You hadn't asked.
Oh.
What's the name of the peacock?
What's your peacock's name?
Is it a flute?
Ivana.
Ivana.
They are My animal companion for my battle spirit.
Aww. I introduce Ivana to Juniper. I say, this is my animal companion for my battle spirit.
You've never seen two dead eyes stare at each other. But that's what you get.
No, it's one eye, because you can only really look a donkey in one eye.
Yeah, they each have one eye and they're looking.
It's like, yeah. There's not many animals dumber than Juniper.
But we still like animals.
Oh, I love Juniper. I'll give her a little kiss on the snoot, on the nose.
Alright, give a wet kiss.
I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah, I think Molly's going to bed too.
Alright. So you all go to bed.
Out with your donkey.
I heal my last remaining hit point, and the wound in my chest closes. Finally.
And the last little dollop of goo falls out of your chest.
Can I also use a hit die?
Yeah. You're gonna heal it either way because you have the one overnight for sleeping plus the one so you heal.
Oh! I couldn't remember how that worked.
Yeah, so you heal 1 per level with 8 hours of sleep, and then if you do 24, you heal twice as much. But then you have the healing hit die that I use that you would heal at least a minimum of 1. So either way, you heal the full way.
Okay.
All right. So you wake up feeling better. Your skin, where the fur was pulled out or burned, is still a little raw, a little tender, but otherwise doing okay.
How
the Gripply is curled into the feathers of his peacock.
Oh, it's so cute.
Just as Molly is curled into the feathers of Juniper. No, Molly's like sleeping on Juniper. Juniper's like on her side in a pile on the floor, like audibly snoring.
Aww.
Molly's just like on her back, like head against Juniper's belly.
You have your hat over your eyes?
Yeah, just cocked.
Okay, roll a d20 for me.
7.
Me too?
Oh.
You wake up first. And you are very awake. And well rested.
Huh. Wow. Wow. I elbow you.
No.
Look, I know it sucks, but I'm just really awake. And the thing is if we do the fishing now,
Molly.
If we do the fishing now, it's not
Molly.
super hot.
Molly.
If we do,
Molly. Molly. Let me sleep.
If we do the
Let
fishing
me
now,
sleep, Molly.
if
I want to throw something.
I give you 15 more minutes of sleep, and I come back and I do the same thing. No, I give you 9 more minutes of sleep, like a snooze button.
I want to do something to you. Oh my god. I can't do anything. No, it's fine.
Would you make a will save, please?
What kind of will save? I have ways to modify it.
Okay,
Is
what
it
modifies
compulsion or fear?
No.
Okay.
Oh, it is a compulsion, yes.
Oh, sweet. Then I have a 13 instead of an 8.
You fall asleep as the Gripply.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
All right.
As she rolls over.
So you sleep for at least 1 minute per level. So
1 minute.
1 minute. You can try and wake up.
I roll a 19.
God damn it.
You wake up after a minute, but you are not well rested like you were before. You're drowsy.
Felicity.
What did you call me? Stop.
Sorry.
Stop.
Jamie, Andrew, Beth,
Rex. But it comes out like Rex.
She does it in her singing voice. Rex. Oh, I had a Rex. So, Rex, if we do it now, there will be nobody on deck. We won't have to talk to anybody, and then it's just done.
Okay, I'm gonna say this one more time. I am not a fisherman. That has never been my job.
I literally
you are
just
going to
need you to
take this-
reel it in. Look at these arms. Look at these
All right.
arms.
Felicity gets up just to make it stop. She's so pissed off.
The thing is Molly knows exactly how to get her to the point where it needs to end. Like, this is a usual.
I
training.
absolutely do not want to help you, so I'm not going to be helpful.
I literally just need you. The harder you hold the rod, the faster this goes, and the sooner we are done.
It's kind of a funny sentence.
Yeah. Hold that rod.
Okay.
All right. So, are you tearing up a new ration?
Tearing up a new ration, yeah.
All right. So, do you want to do like a series of rolls?
We just do one more, like we did last time.
Yeah, the percentile.
Yeah, it was.
Oh.
8.
8. So as we rolled the exact same number.
No way.
So just to confirm, it's an 8 and then 0, 0.
Yep.
Okay.
There is now what you remember to be a bluefin tuna.
Okay.
This rod is not nearly as strong as the rod that you used before. But this is a bluefin tuna.
Yeah, I need the crew.
Do I look like somebody that knows this?
Tech-Tune, can you get crew? Tech-Tune, crew, please. Tech-Tune. Tech-Tune, I will pay you to get the crew, please. Tech-Tune, I need to show you something really cool. You're going to want to write about it if we can do it.
Makes this really loud.
God, I love this animal.
There's a couple, like, people that are already out there just like, what?
Harpoons, rope, we need... I've got a bluefin on the line.
And there's like, no, you don't.
I have a bluefin on the line. I know what it feels like.
A bluefin. Well,
I pull out a fish ration. I hand it to him. Taste this.
As the reel is going.
Yeah.
Good fish.
That's bluefin. All right? Here's another one. We are going to be fed for weeks. I need help.
See, as they take the cannon and the aft side and they put a harpoon in it. Tell me when.
All right, I'm gonna light it up.
Light it off their facial hair.
Ooh.
Oh,
hot.
that's so sick. All right, do you want to help me line it up, or do you want me to just do this by myself?
This is gonna get real hot real quick.
Okay.
I'll help.
It's just basic roll.
10. I got a 10.
All right.
You got a 3.
I got a 3.
It misses and the rope actually breaks and the harpoon is gone.
Do we have any more harpoons? I'll buy it.
Oh. They pull out a bunch of harpoons and start stringing them up.
Okay. All right, one more shot.
12.
9. So 11.
Oh, what am I rolling?
What are we rolling?
Just base.
Yeah, you're just trying to get it to aim when you're trying to hold the fish in place.
Mm-hmm.
You hear it notch. Okay, winch. And you start reeling in the harpoon.
Molly's like still reeling it by the thing just to feel like she's doing something.
Is someone holding on to you?
I turn to you.
No, you know what? Maybe this will teach you to not wake me up.
I am gonna drown.
Make a strength check.
Wait, no. Can I shenanigan?
Shenanigan?
Should I shenanigan?
What are you gonna shenanigan?
What is shenanigan?
I pull out my potion. I vomit a tanglefoot bag on myself and the rod, so I'm stuck to the ship, and I voluntarily fail my save.
All right.
Felicity is just cackling in a corner.
Yeah.
Your Gripply friend is just looks at you and just. Did you mean to do that?
All according to plan. All according.
You can't reel it in because
I can't
because it's all grappled together. So you're holding onto the rod,
but I can't be pulled into the water. I guess I can make a save to move, but I'm still entangled to it.
Sure.
I guess that's why I called it shenanigans.
Sure.
You seem supportive of my shenanigans.
Why don't you roll to break your hands free and only your hands free?
I don't.
All right. It grows tighter. You can feel as your wrist, the blood flow is a little cut off.
How goes that harpoon?
They're reeling it in just better than you are.
I'm doing great. I pretend to reel. Like you can see.
There's a slack.
Yeah,
in
you
the
can
line.
see the slack in the line.
They now have this tuna that is just kind of hanging off the edge of the ship, and its eyes meet yours.
Can I make one more attempt to break through?
Yeah.
That's a 14, but my save DC is a 16, I think. So I don't beat my own save DC.
All right, so you're still.
Look at my catch.
How long does that last for?
I think it's one of those 1 round per level things.
I can't believe you rolled an 8. The chances of rolling the exact number.
That's crazy.
1 in 100. Or no. Yeah, I guess it's 1 in 100.
It's 1 in like 10,000.
I thought it was 1 in
Because the chance.
Oh, yeah.
To roll the
It's
same
to roll the same number
twice.
twice.
Yeah.
100 times 100, 1 in 10K. What am I looking? That's not the right list.
You're the math guy. You do billing.
Come on, Matt.
Don't
guy.
say those words. Tanglefoot. Oh, it's adhesive spittle. Because the spell's different. Sorry. Quality content here. Adhesive
The
spittle.
use of Google.
Thanks, Google. 1 round per level or until discharged. So I can just discharge it whenever I want. Actually.
Okay.
So I'm just like...
So as it's pulled up and staring at your face, you just
Yeah.
let it fall.
And then I finish reeling it in slowly, looking in its eyes.
You're going to have to reel fast to catch
Sorry.
up.
Yeah.
So,
I reel as slow as I can to catch up.
yeah. So you catch up and the fish is looking in the face and it's actually shaking the ship.
Okay.
And you see that the base that's holding the cannon and that fire the harpoon is starting to crack.
Okay, let's pull it in.
You're pulling it in with the rod?
With the rod, and then I'm assuming I'm getting help. Because other people want to eat food. Is nobody here supportive of me?
A number of them didn't believe that you could catch a bluefin tuna. Understandably so. And no,
Technically,
what it
I
feels
didn't
like.
catch a bluefin tuna, but I did catch another bluefin tuna.
There are some people helping, and they're actually like pulling on the rope, so trying to take the weight off the cannon. Now this bluefin tuna on top of the boat. What's your AC?
14? No. Is it 14? Yeah, I think my AC and my health are both 14 right now.
Okay. The tail slaps you.
Yeah.
You take 9 points of damage, and I need you to make a reflex to catch onto the railing of the ship.
I think I'm super good at those. That's a 14 also.
Alright, so you're smacked, your back hits the railing, and you catch on it as your feet are up in the air, and you lower yourself back down.
I pull out a dagger. Can I coup de grace a fish on land? Is that reasonable?
It just has to be prone, right?
It has to be helpless.
Oh, helpless.
Is it helpless? It's on a deck of a ship.
But they can still technically fight. It's like the difference between being paralyzed and lying on your back.
Okay. Ooh, wait. I take a moment to apply jellyfish or pufferfish poison to my dagger.
What's the save they have to make?
It's literally 11.
Nope.
So they're paralyzed for 3 rounds.
So you paralyze the bluefin tuna, you make coup de grace. So you
Yes.
automatically critical.
Uh-huh.
So roll the damage.
It's not enough to kill it. I know for a fact. That's why I was hoping to coup de grace.
No, that's how a coup de grace works.
Oh,
It's
it
an
is?
automatic critical.
Oh, okay. It was different. 3-5. Or I'm just remembering it wrong. Let's see. Actually, wait, that's a D6 for dagger? No, dagger's D4. I wrote it wrong. So it's 4 plus... So 12 damage?
Okay.
That's a critical from me, by the way, in melee combat. It's 12 damage.
Okay. Considering it took the harpoon wound, and it can't breathe, you injure it, and it looks at you, almost yearning to be let free.
Aww, you monster.
I give it a kiss on the cheek and I say, and I'm
Another
going to
coup de
attempt
grace.
another coup de grace. That's 10 damage.
You decapitate the fish. You now have a bluefin tuna.
You made me feel way worse about this one than you let me feel about the last one. Last time it was all fun and everyone was excited, and now everyone's apathetic and upset, even though they're technically starving.
So what's going on now is they seem incredulous at what's been going on the ship, and they're just kind of looking at you. This small gnome.
Covered in blood.
Covered in blood.
My own and its blood.
And they're looking at the broken railing of the ship.
I can fix that.
Oh, your carpenter tune?
With my, because I have a hammer. Alright.
And there's just a slack-jaw moment, and they're just kind of staring at you. An awkwardly long time as they look between you and the fish.
I do like the shrug, like, I caught us a fish.
Yes, you did.
I thought you'd be excited.
One of the crewmen comes up to you and shakes you. You're so damn lucky, I need your blood. I'm joking.
The fire three
Yeah.
ships in the eyes once more.
Gnomes are lucky. Can we keep you on the ship?
Yeah.
What's the cost? What's the going rate for me just hanging out on your ship?
Well, for how long?
Let's say daily cost.
Where are you gonna
Daily?
go?
Yes. Do you plan on swimming?
Negotiable. No, I guess like daily cost. Obviously, we paid to be on till we get
Yeah.
there. What's the what after that? We'll negotiate a contract later. Right now, we need to deal with this fish, or else it's gonna smell.
Sure. So, are you going to clean the fish?
I learned how to clean the fish.
Sure. So why don't you make an attempt to clean the fish? Cracked.
Can I assist?
Sure.
It doesn't matter.
No.
Did you get that 20?
The other one.
Oh. You're
You're gonna let me ruin this fish. After all that, you're gonna let me ruin
Stop.
this fish.
How the game is
slice
played.
through your hand as you're trying to hold the fish, and you now have cut your hand with with your dagger, and you're now bleeding on the fish.
That same dagger that's covered in pufferfish poison.
Mm-hmm.
Should I technically it shouldn't be on it, but
Oh,
it's a crit
okay.
fail, so
Yeah.
I will make the save. Thank God. If I just went paralyzed and fell over.
Into the fish.
I made the save, but I'm like get woozy. It's like, okay, somebody else has to do this.
Can I make an attempt to clean the fish?
Yeah,
Since
sure.
Molly's out of commission.
And dagger damage for me?
Yeah, roll a d4 and add your strength.
Can I add my strength
Yeah.
To the damage?
to the damage? So my -2 to the damage?
What?
I have -2 strength. Can I add it to the damage?
Yeah, you're supposed to.
Okay, sweet. Alright. Then I'm fine.
1 point of damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're supposed to be subtracting your.
Okay,
melee
I thought I
damage.
was using dex, because it's a dagger.
Oh,
or
well,
is that for finesse?
That's for weapon finesse.
Okay, then I technically did less damage to that fish.
We'll just say that you killed the fish for the sake of not having to retcon it.
So I need to do 1d6 minus 2 instead of 1d6 plus 2. Or 1d4.
I got an 11.
You cut the fish. There's a lot of fish. Some of it's good, some of it's not. But it's food, and they have not had food, so they're happy and they're taking these slabs.
Great.
Some people are drying it up on the deck, others are taking it down. And as you cut anything that's not great, you've been taking for yourself. Having snacks.
Well, snacks.
Your gripply friend is trying to remove the skin for leather.
Uh-huh.
And smooth cuts
Nice.
all the way down. Except for a little bit that they leave at the end and they snack on them.
Tech-Tune, I know that you didn't get an actual image of me standing next to the fish, but could you whip up an artist rendering of me with the fish?
holding the fish, or like at the top, or
Like pretending like it's hanging from the rod.
Standing on a stool.
Standing on a series of stools, hanging from the rod.
they don't seem very accomplished at drawing fish, but they
Yeah.
get you with the giant fish, and they have it like compared to the side of the ship down to the water
Oh, nice.
with the harpoon and the broken cannon.
I am a little upset at how good a fisherman I am and how bad at so many other things that I am. So many things I want to be good at.
So at this point, you've now fed the crew, and you're
Okay.
considered lucky. You're not really allowed to eat alone in your room at this point, as they're bringing you drinks every night, and you as well for being a friend of this person. So you're spoiled on this ship.
Yay, we did it.
You get the best grog.
Yay.
Oh, I love a good grog.
Good,
The best
sweaty
grog.
grog.
You get what little hunk of cheese they have.
Yeah.
Aww.
I let Tech-Tune decide if they want to be a part of this or not. Like if they want to like tag on and like drink well and party and have a good time, or if they want to be inconspicuous.
Tech-Tune is partaking, but not in excess, because what they're doing is they're recording. This is a
Okay.
lot of what he does.
Yeah.
He seems pretty content.
Mm-hmm.
The peacock is very happy to eat crumbles of bread and
Yeah.
just enjoy the rice and everything else that they can eat on this.
Yum.
So at this point, it's been about the week.
Uh-huh.
You really probably don't fish anymore after this point?
No, I do want to try and fix the railing.
Okay. So why don't you take a craft check to fix the railing?
Craft, not alchemy, just base craft, is 21.
Okay. You manage to actually repair the railing. You find another piece of wood somewhere on the ship, and you smooth it out and sand it. There's a little bit of a line, but naturally you're going to have that. But
Yeah.
you have it actually bent in the right direction. It's passable.
Ooh. Yeah, felt bad about that one.
Carl didn't realize you were talking about a fish.
Oh. I'm always talking about a fish, Carl. Always talking about a fish.
So at this point, you see the desert in the distance to the east as you start to draw closer.
Yeah.
As you see the edge of land, it gets very hot. And the fish that isn't dry at this point really smells.
Okay.
So at this point, they're actually in a debate of what do we do with this excess fish.
You ever eaten shark? No, I don't want to fish anymore.
I was gonna
I'm
say,
good.
are you bluffing to like try and get them to try and catch a shark?
Yeah, no, we don't need to. I think we should toss it overboard.
Okay, so you toss over the leftover stinking fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's dried stuff.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
presumably there's some rations to get through the rest of the voyage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you managed to not partake from your rations and then instead partake from this fish.
Great.
Yeah.
So I think over the course of the journey, you had one of your rations.
I burned 2
Well, you
just to
burned
catch stuff.
2.
Oh, that's
But
right.
we'll
Yeah.
do 3.
Sure.
I lost one.
Okay. And so as you start drawing closer and there's this heat, you guys are starting to sweat. This is the uncomfortable heat that can sometimes be on these voyages because there's not a single cloud in the sky.
Ooh.
The water is warm, the air is warm, and it smells like ocean. There's seaweed floating on the edge that's dead. So, not a great smell.
And these are new days?
Yes.
Okay. I heal up in 2 days.
Okay. So you start to pull in what you see as a large river delta in this desert. There's cacti all around you. There's not anything particularly notable. It's very flat in this terrain, and I don't think either of you have really been in this continent.
Probably not.
Not really, no.
There are some hills in the direction that you're going. It looks like you gather that there are 2 deltas that lead into this river. There's a northern and a southern one. They're taking you through the southern one only because there is some shade in the morning and evening because of those little hills.
Yeah.
So in the distance, you see a very large, glistening locale. And as you draw closer, you see the city of Varenba. and it has this glass dome over it, but it appears to be broken.
Over the whole city?
Mm-hmm. The whole city is covered by this, and as you get closer and you see that it's broken, there is a lot of leftover sand that is spilling over, apparently from dust storms, into the well of this dome. So the city is constantly trucking out pieces of sand, and there's scaffolding where they're attempting to fix this dome itself. It looks like the entire city itself is made of glass. Every building, and it's different levels of occlusion, different colors, but it's a glistening, beautiful city.
Ooh.
So as you draw closer, you would presume it to be hot. But as they lift the gate to let you into the city, it appears that there is some sort of magic in this glass that reduces the strength of the sun.
Ooh.
So although it is a glass dome, it is cool, aside from what's blowing in through that broken piece.
Ooh. Polarized.
Interesting. So are we here to stay? We're just passing through?
That's depends on if you convince them to either take you there or you want to ride up there yourself.
Oh.
So you chartered a ship here,
Right.
and you can either ask this current ship to take you further up, charter another ship, or you can head up the rest of the way through the mountains.
We got mountaineering gear. Part of me thinks we're safer not drawing any more attention, but we move slower probably.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot more risk involved in doing it ourselves, just like to the cargo and to ourselves.
Yeah.
Or persons.
Mm-hmm.
Can I chat with the crew and see if they're willing to take us?
Sure. So
all
you
the way
managed
up?
to find the crew.
Or the captain, whoever's driving this thing.
So in that conversation, you gathered they could take you a little bit further, but at some point the river just gets too shallow for this size of the ship to make it all the way through. They're happy to take you another few miles, but after that point they'd have to turn around anyways or float backwards through that river.
Okay.
But he does know that you could charter like a raft, essentially, a flat bottom boat that could take you further up the river.
That
but
we could just captain, that we could...
Yeah, you could either have
sail.
someone take you, or you could pilot it yourself. Pilot.
Yeah. I guess we should let's get a raft and do it ourselves.
Are you looking for a crew, or are you looking to buy the raft outright and do it yourself?
We can just explore both costs.
Okay.
Yeah.
So depends on the raft. They have nice ones that are also have like that glass shielding to protect from the heat. Those generally come with a crew, and that's about 50 gold to get you there. And then if you want to return back with them, they can wait for up to a day, but they don't want to wait near Raven Rock as much as they can. And this is where you kind of remember that this went through someone in Revia instead of Raven Rock. And so you have the option of trying to meet the contact in Revia and seeing if you need to take this up to Raven Rock.
Oh, I think we should probably do that. Go to Revia first.
So you're currently in Revia. This is the city.
Okay, yeah, we can just meet our contact first and see what they...
Yeah.
Okay, so at this point you're looking for the vast tapestry building.
Right.
Why don't you roll a society check to see if you can find it.
22?
10.
You see through these glass buildings, you see the symbol. And you're like, ah, there it is.
That's the noise Molly makes. Ah!
And you guys make your way through. It's a little confusing because you can see through some of the buildings, so it's a little color swappy. But you make it over. There's a lot of like a stained glass look as the sun goes through all of these different buildings and creates these dancing patterns. It's a very beautiful city.
Yeah. So Tectune, have you spent any time in
Revia?
Yeah.
A little. Not great for someone who likes marshes. There is one that's a little further east and south that I will spend time in, between here and the Shell Coast.
Yeah.
But I hear of various locations here with interesting people, the most dangerous being in Raven Rock, and the most interesting being at Porcus Lake.
Ooh.
What's interesting about Porcus Lake?
Have you ever heard of a Samsarin?
No.
Do you want me to roll?
Yeah, you can roll for it.
At
At disadvantage, yeah. Both of you can roll if you would like.
That's a 1. Not natural.
It's an 11. Also not natural.
You've heard the name, but you don't know what it means. You're not necessarily familiar. It's a very small subset of people.
Mm-hmm.
There are people who are reborn when they die.
Ooh.
And they have a library that holds people's history. It's a journal. When they're reborn, they get their journal and they keep filling it.
Oh.
That's rad.
And that library, some people have attacked it because they see it as unholy. So they burned it, and they're trying, and there's a smaller fraction left. But if you ever find a book, like a journal that seems like it's gone throughout years, they actually will pay for its return, and it's seen as a great honor.
Ooh.
And they're also very knowledgeable if you need advice. They're also considered very delectable by some vampires.
Okay. But not you.
The Griffley?
Yeah, cartoon.
I have never gotten close enough to find out.
If we have a Griffley vampire on our hands, I am so excited. But
No.
As they've been out in the sun.
yeah, as they've been out in the sun, like eating garlic, clearly not.
Clearly not feasting on blood.
Yeah, clearly eating
Wooden
fish
steak
and not.
earrings.
Yeah. Like a Van Helsing t-shirt. All right.
Crosses everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can. I feel safe enough with this organization. I don't feel like we have to like hide the cargo and the Griffley while we have the conversation. Is that reasonable to you? Do you think we should have them second location?
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming that our contact probably isn't just hanging out at...
Yeah, but they can direct you through there. Yeah.
Right. So we'll have time to go.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So you go in there and you have your card that you were telling them. They said names.
Captain Redclaw.
Molly McLean.
Oh, I see. It looks like you should be carrying some cargo that was looked for. Is that correct?
Correct.
The two containers?
Found a little bit more.
More.
Yeah.
How much more?
I'd say one additional container, and we'll leave it at that for now.
All right. Well, if you want to, there's an inn about 3 blocks down. Ask for room 7.
Okay.
And then your contact should be in there.
Sweet.
And I recommend not offending them.
I mean, isn't that true for all people? It's not recommended, but sometimes it just happens.
Okay, maybe I should go in.
No, I will be on my best behavior, I promise.
All right.
The gold is enough
Yeah.
to
So you make
persuade
it
me.
down to that inn, and it is, again, glittering glass. Everything in here is just a piece of glass, and it's very smooth. Like, you can't cut yourself on any edges. Someone has wet polished all of this glass.
God.
Wow.
Like the bar, the bottle, all of these bottles for alcohol are handcrafted. These are not what they come in. This city is known for its glass, and it very heavily leans on that just because of what's around it. There's a lot of people talking about how long is this dome going to be broken? It has been how many centuries since it broke? But apparently there's a lot of magic inside of this dome that they have to try and replicate. And it was destroyed in a war a long time ago.
Okay.
I have one spell. I don't think I'll be much help.
At this point, there's the individual sitting there. They have kind of an upturned nose, and they're half elf, and they're sitting at the front desk, and they watch you intently as you both enter. Is Tectoon and Juniper with you?
Should we bring everybody?
I mean, we should probably not bring Juniper into the bar.
Yeah.
Can we leave Tectoon and Juniper with the cargo?
Yeah.
to like.
Right up front.
Keep
Do you
an
want me
eye.
to stay up front, or do you want me to go in with you? So like tag.
Oh, I don't care.
I feel
Okay.
safe leaving Tech-Tune with the cargo. And if this is
Okay.
a mistake, then that's a mistake I'll own. So,
Tech-Tune's just like, I got it.
yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
We're
So,
paying you.
Yeah?
Yeah. Okay.
You don't have to threaten every time.
I'm not threatening. I'm just
It comes across as a
Confirming.
threat.
confirming that I'm still accepting the payment.
correct.
At some point, you're gonna end up paying me twice.
that won't happen.
It'll happen.
Okay. I walk up to this snooty half elf.
Yeah. Hello.
Hi, room 7 is expecting us.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Really.
You watch as they kind of like cover their nose a little bit. Go ahead, it's up on the left.
Thank you.
As she leaves, I stay leaned in. You can take your finger down.
No, I'm good, thank you.
You can take your finger down.
Oh
I'm
my
good,
god.
thank you.
I go back and like grab Molly
Yeah.
by the scruff.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Just like, and then as you're walking, the rabble that makes their way through here.
Oh.
Oh, you are so lucky this building isn't made of wood.
I turn around. People who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. I walk away.
That was good. I've never thought of that goddamn joke. Goddamn.
God damn it.
I'm really upset. I've done so much cool stuff.
Are you?
No.
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 Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Are you?
I'm a little butthurt, but it's just butthurt.
We have another very important conversation coming up.
Let's try and think of a good pun.
It doesn't need to be a pun.
It'll be a pun. Let's be real, it'll be a pun. When it happens, it'll be a pun.
Okay. So at this point you make it to room 7. Kill the door. Again made of glass, but it's fogged. So you can't see into the room.
I knock.
Hello? Who's at the door? And there's like a glass that magnifies with just a giant eye that starts looking right at you.
Oh. Hello. We have a contract we're trying to fulfill.
Oh, come on in. And it actually closes like lids. And then you open the door, and there's a halfling in there, who's of course, a little taller than you, or I guess, yeah, a little taller than you, shorter than you. Come on in. The room is dark.
Can we get the lights, please? Is that okay?
No, we're good, thank
Oh, understood.
you. There's a fire that's going, so it's not well lit. They appear a little pale, but there's no smell of blood or anything that would immediately make you think of vampire.
Okay.
Do I have low light vision or dark vision or anything
I
like
don't
that as
know.
a cat?
It should be written down under racial traits.
I can write it down. That's good. Okay. I might be thinking of a D&D thing.
Let me see. Thinking of a D&D thing?
Oh, I think you have low light, right?
I just have that cat folk had.
Yeah. I do have dark
Low light
vision,
vision.
by the way, as an alternative gnome racial trait. But I'm pretty sure catfolk have low light at least.
I think so, but I don't recall.
It's okay. It probably won't be important.
I see everything.
So here we are. My name is Kosovo. I am here in order to collect the cargo, but I heard that it was stolen, so I'm a little incredulous to believe that you have indeed protected this cargo. Do you have it?
Oh, we wouldn't show up without it.
Oh, may I see it?
It's downstairs.
We're finalizing payment first.
You understand we can't finalize payment until I see the cargo.
And you understand the dangers as mortals face negotiating with vampires. So I'd hope that you would understand our need for security. And that's not, I'm not trying to show any disrespect,
They
We're
take
both
a
in a
mirror,
dangerous place.
and you see their reflection,
Oh.
and they lower it. Can you please bring up the cargo?
Molly, do you want to go grab it?
I would love to. Actually, maybe you should.
Oh yeah, you can't really lift
Yeah.
anything. I'll go downstairs
Okay.
and grab the...
So at this point, you're sitting with Kosovo.
So Molly, without any real grasp of appropriate social cues, begins to ask questions about why the lights can't be on if she's not a vampire. Or like, is there a middle ground for vampirism? Just like totally...
Is this like stream of consciousness, not waiting for answers?
Yeah, well, kind of. I mean, if she's interrupted, she'll stop. But yeah, it's very much like a sort of.
They're just kind of
consciousness,
slow
like...
blinking as they're taking this in. What makes you think that I'm a vampire?
I guess it's just, location. Lots of rumors about, the contract itself. And then the whole light thing was sort of a trigger.
Very delicate skin.
I'm so sorry that I made that assumption. Molly's foot is in her mouth. Molly's chewing on her own foot.
I think we can sit quietly and wait for your friend to come back.
Okay. I do want to let you know, as part of this, recovering the cargo was not simple, and it wasn't exactly clear what was required. We recovered 3 boxes.
They look confused. There should only be 2.
And what I'm saying is, as a part of this, in order to ensure that we had all the cargo needed, it required us to bring you 3 boxes. Now, I think it's reasonable that in ensuring that we brought you all of the cargo that you needed.
At this point, you come in just like bearing the...
Laden.
Yeah.
Okay. I place the 2 marked boxes in front of them.
You watch as they put on a pair of glasses and they look. Did someone try and get in this?
Yeah.
It was before we had taken the contract.
It's a very long story.
So let me clarify.
Mm-hmm.
Before you had taken the contract, how did you obtain these boxes?
On a different contract.
Remember when you said they were stolen?
Mm-hmm.
We didn't know about the contract. We were hired to recover assets with a separate vessel.
Okay.
And found out about this contract and decided that maybe it was in our best interest to return this to its rightful owner, given the financial incentives.
Well, that sounds perfectly reasonable.
We're very reasonable people.
I've gathered. I don't know what this 3rd box is, but you're welcome to keep its contents, but I'm happy to pay you for these 2. Is anything missing from inside them?
We never made it in. You're happy to search.
And they kind of flip their glasses. I think we're good. Let's see, 2,000 gold is what we said?
2,000 gold is what we agreed upon.
Yes.
I think it's more than reasonable, given the
They lower their glasses.
the charity that we showed, and the fact that it required us to bring an additional 80 pounds of cargo just to ensure that you had everything you needed, to request a little bit more. And now, I'm curious what you would consider to be fair.
I think it's fair that you get to keep the excess cargo that you purchased and stole, in addition to our cargo, which you stole and are now returning, and I pay you the fee that was agreed upon, and I give a good review of your performance.
I think that Felicity is prepared to walk away from this one with 2,000 gold.
Okay. I turn to Felicity, and if you're comfortable, I'm comfortable.
Fantastic. One thing about in that cargo that you have, there's a trap at the bottom.
Thank you.
So be careful when you move the last weight piece.
Okay. There's no way I can.
And they hand you over 2,000 gold.
Jeez, a freaking lump.
One
of
apiece,
gold.
just.
Ah.
So it's very heavy.
Oh.
I think it's 50 to a pound.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my gosh.
Can I make a society check to like understand any sort of like? Is there like a banking system here? Because carrying around 1,000 gold, it's just not going to happen for me. That's a 10.
There are usually some sort of banking system. Intercontinental can get difficult,
Mm-hmm.
but there are a few banks that you know of. The biggest one is in Convas. Give me 1 second. So the Beaufort family runs a series of banks. So I'm sure this person would probably know if there's anyone Beaufort in here. They're an upper middle class, so they're pretty well trusted.
Mm-hmm.
Is this person like well versed in the comings and goings of this place?
You're not quite sure. You haven't interacted with this individual, Kosovo, much, but you're welcome to ask him about it. He doesn't seem opposed to answering questions.
Have you heard tell of the Ruby Renegade docking?
Oh, what is that one? Smuggler's Inlet?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, gosh. I remember hearing that Captain Redclaw took the ship and was headed to Gales. For what purpose, I don't know. I think that there was some sort of contract with Ellison Tire.
And when was this?
Oh, a couple months ago. Something about redecorating the ship. I don't really know why.
I don't know why either. It was perfect the way it was.
Well, ruby. Who can go wrong with ruby?
Right? It's the perfect color.
And to answer your questions about the vampires.
Yes.
I will make sure that my employer knows of your kindness and will not seek you out for your blood.
That's very sweet of you.
I will warn you that vampires have a number of enemies, so I will not mention you by name unless you wish me to do so. If you're willing, there's a delivery you could make to me from me to Ellison Tire.
Be happy to do that.
What's the incentive?
The incentive is that this will get you in an excellent position with the Empress-to-be.
No pay.
Oh, there will be pay. Think of it as guaranteed contracts. Assuming that you do this correctly.
Ooh. Molly has a history of being told she's done things incorrectly.
Are there any other parameters?
Well, you're just delivering something to the princess of Ellison Tire.
What, just dropping it on the doorstep, or
Making sure that it's intact. Making sure it's passed off and it's unopened or damaged in
do
transit.
we get to know the nature of the cargo?
It's used for the Empress-to-be to ascend.
How will we know that it's undamaged if we don't know what we're caring for and how to care for it?
Don't drop it. And make sure that no one else gets into it. There's a seal on it. That should be fine. If the seal is broken, you'll know what's broken.
Okay. Is this going to be through a company or through you personally? How do we have guarantee of this?
That's a good question. So, your silence is being paid for. So I'll give you 100 gold now to buy your silence. When you go down there, assuming that everything's fine, you will receive another 1,000 gold. However, if this product is damaged en route, nothing.
And we just drop your name?
Kosovo.
Do you want it delivered if it's damaged? Or is it just
No.
like, just bail?
If it's damaged, I don't think you'll be able to bail if it's damaged.
Okay. Molly's now incredibly curious. Just like wants to be a part of this. I'm willing to take the contract if it's something you're interested in.
I'm interested in the money, for sure.
Now, I'm not going to give this to you unless I have your word that you will do your best to deliver it, and not just abandon it.
We always do our best.
Are you willing to make an oath?
What kind of oath?
A binding oath.
That we will just do our
what?
best not to damage it.
And make sure that you get this delivered if possible.
And what happens if something unforeseen happens and our oath is broken against our will?
If it's against your will, I'll know. But if it is your will, then I will also know that and your location.
I think it's perfectly reasonable. Well, maybe. I don't know. We're pretty...
They
like,
hold out a
whimsical.
dagger. You can just pierce your palm and we'll call it a deal.
Oh my god.
We doing this? Binding oath?
Yeah!
Binding oath?
Yeah, we're doing it.
Binding oath!
We're
All
doing
right.
it.
So you take the dagger and you pluck it and you watch as this vein of blood goes in and fills a vial. And you pass it to the next person that fills a separate vial. And then he takes a look at them and pulls the vials out of the well that they're sitting in and pockets them. Here's your 100 gold.
Thank you.
Here
Sure, just total.
are the packages. And the package is, 4 feet by 2 feet by 2 feet. And it has this paper wrapped around it, and there's a bunch of dark runes that cover it, and a series of seals.
How heavy is it? 'Cause I'm assuming we're putting it on Juniper.
It's 40 pounds. Sorry,
Okay.
30 pounds.
Easy. Also, it's just like a gesture of goodwill. I just want to share with Kosovo what our contract looked like with the Rising Tide and the name of the captain, their associations, and just be like, yeah, so this is who is stealing your cargo, by the way.
They make a note, and you watch as they put a seal on it, and it disappears from them. We'll make sure that this is dealt with.
I want to name drop your old enemy specifically.
Pyrrhus?
Pyrrhus? Yeah, and also, make it clear. If our names aren't on this, we did a pretty good job of hiding any direct association, at least adding some, vagaries there.
Well, obviously you're redeemable people.
Obviously.
Yeah. Well, we're redeemable when we're held to a blood oath.
Well, most people are.
Yeah. Mysterious package. That's not ominous at all.
I trust that you'll be able to keep it safe.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you would like to know before you head out? We're assuming it should travel by land would take you roughly a week or two. Unless you wish to travel by sea. You'll be traveling through Smuggler's Inlet.
Ooh.
Oh, so down along. But it was headed to the Gales. The ship that he saw.
The ship that you were going to is headed to Gales.
Right.
Yeah, we'll at least get some
But the
info.
ship that you could take would take you from Barenba to Ellisentire. But it goes through Smuggler's Inlet to do it.
You could totally get some information on your ship at least.
Yeah, I just don't really want to be spotted in Smuggler's Inlet, I guess. But
You know Smuggler's Inlet isn't just for smugglers.
yeah.
It's like the main entryway into Ellisentire, but it's just a hot spot for piracy.
Yeah. I don't know which is riskier for the cargo. We haven't really traveled by land yet, so I don't really know how capable we're gonna be.
We've got Pass Without Trace, but, if this is as valuable as it seems like it is, I don't think magical tracking is out of the question.
But I guess it also involves fewer people if we take it by land, because we don't have to hire a crew.
Yes. And then you watch as he walks over, opens the little eyepiece. Do you have a small, gripply friend?
Oh.
Yeah. Contracted help is fantastic.
Well, hello.
Hey, Tech Dude, sorry we left you out in the sun.
I don't like it.
Okay, well, come on, it's all dark and wet in here.
Well, no, we should just leave.
Yeah.
Let's
Oh, okay,
I don't
we
have
can
any
leave.
other further questions for Kosovo.
Kosovo kind of shuts the door. Are they involved in this contract in any way? Or should they be?
They'll be documenting. I don't think it would be fair to bind them to a blood oath.
I want to try and bluff our way around this.
Oh,
'cause
totally reasonable.
I think we need to keep Tectune kind of
Insulated?
out of this.
Sure.
Yeah.
Um,
Do you want help? Just for the random
should
plus
be
2?
okay. So that is a 22.
I'm gonna help anyway, just in case.
20.
It's a 24, because it's a bluff check for me.
Okay.
So
So what are you saying?
So 24. Oh, we just hired them to help us book passage and kind of as muscle for the previous cargo. I'm not planning on having them involved in this new contract. It was a temporary situation.
Miss, it's time for us to go. Our passage is here. Unless something has changed. This is Tectune. Yeah. Would you like me to go fetch anything else for our journey? Well, your journey. Before I'm let off my contract.
Thank you. Yes, no, I think we'll be okay. We just need to replenish rations and then
Oh,
we'll be parting
I'm
ways.
assuming you can do that yourself, and they walk out the door.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I thought that he was...
Yep, I understood.
Sorry.
So, Kosovo looks a little confused.
in my help,
You have very, very rude staff to intrude on a meeting.
Well, we didn't think that this was going to take quite so long, so they were probably just concerned.
I wouldn't hire them again.
We won't.
That's how they end up as food.
I wouldn't eat that one. It's poisonous.
Good to know.
Yeah, I could give you a lot of information on varieties of amphibians, types of amphibian poison, how to work around it. As a halfling, I know that you're naturally a little bit hardier.
What do you know about poisons that affect undead?
I do know that the only people who can make poisons that affect undead are alchemists.
I'm sorry, what's your line of work?
As it just so happens, I'm an alchemist. Now, I will tell you, it requires years and years of study. I don't know how to interpret, it requires a very specific thing that I don't think you can take until level 10 or 8.
How old are you?
117 years old.
When can we expect you to have the knowledge to do this?
You've really just given this guy
20 years? 10 years?
I mean, it depends on how much fun I have in the next 10 years. I think it would be reasonable to expect that if this is something you'd like me to pursue and are willing to make it worth my while, I will look into it. It'll take some time, though.
I'll see you in 40 years.
40 years.
I'll be here.
Oh, sweet. I'll come find you. I'll come find you in 40 years. Yeah.
If not room 7, there will be a mailing address.
Aw, beautiful. Yeah.
And they open the door.
Yeah.
They let you out and they shut the door.
Oh, great.
Tectune is leaning against the wall.
I'm not dumping you, I promise.
Oh, I know. I'm so good.
We just got you out of a blood pack, so...
Oh, I figured. I can smell it.
You smell this? Just like oozing wounds.
What is with you and oozing?
I didn't choose to ooze. The ooze
Me
chose
either.
me.
You both are just too oozy for me.
High five.
No.
Come on. Come on. We both have bloody hands. Now...
You almost killed yourself because you didn't want to touch my wet fur. I am not touching that.
Oh, that's true. You're probably matted with blood. It smells like pennies. Pennies and wet fur.
I don't think you should piss off the cat. Her
No.
claws are longer than your eyes.
And my bombs
you
are bigger
think-
than her fucking teeth.
Yeah, but not sharper.
That's true. They're not sharper. I put the bomb away.
Well, now that we got that figured out,
Yeah.
you have a package.
We need to leave.
We have a big box. We need to leave. We have a package.
So I record this correctly. What's happening now?
Weird.
Can we leave the establishment
Yeah.
before we do this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there a place we could... Should we stop here for the night, or should we just try and get on a ship and sleep on the ship?
It's like late afternoon. You could
I
do
thought
it.
we were going on land.
Oh, if we go by land, yeah. Should we get like a wagon or something for cover? Because clearly the sun is an issue.
Yeah.
I have a limited capacity to endure elements, but I don't think I can do it nearly as much as we need.
Let's get a wagon, and I bet we can get the donkey to pull it.
I need to take a quick...
Okay, we're gonna take a brief break.
30 seconds.
Hello, everyone. We are back. So where were we?
We were...
Get our butts off of this place.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you were deciding to either get going by a covered wagon or rest for the night, yes?
Suppose we should probably... What time... You said we got in around noon?
It's a late afternoon
Late
right now.
afternoon.
It's like 4.
We should probably just bed down for the night and then...
Yeah.
Unless
Yeah.
it's like... Is it like massively cooler at night? Like a real desert?
Yeah, so it's a pretty big difference between the day. Tectoon says that he can do something for 24 hours to help with the heat, so you could travel, but between all of your animals and you and him, he would be spent for the day.
So maybe we should get supplies, get water, get a covered wagon, and then go in the evening?
Yeah, we can look at rental options and see if that's something we can
So
do
that we
this
can
late.
travel when it's cool.
We're just making you look through like 90 books.
Yeah, of
So
course.
bad.
What else would I be doing?
The Lore Master.
Okay, so he gave us 100 gold
Total,
on top
right?
of the 1,000, the 2,000.
Still don't have an answer on total or a piece.
No, I think it was total. It was 100 gold to start, and then we'll get 1,000 when we get there.
So we're each carrying an extra 1,050 gold.
Yeah.
Oh my god, so rich, so heavy.
Remember, it's 1 pound per 50 gold. Or 50 coins, rather.
Can we exchange this for platinum?
Yeah. If you want to find the bank, you can do that.
Okay.
Why don't I go do the money exchange while you get a wagon? Or I can go get a wagon while you do the money exchange, either way.
I don't care.
Okay. I'll send you with my 1,000. And then I'll bring Juniper to get the wagon.
Okay. So I'm carrying.
So, you can hire a wagon. And they do rent them. Depends on what size. They have small, medium, or light, medium, and heavy wagons.
Mm-hmm.
The light wagon carries up to 1,000 pounds of cargo and requires 2 medium creatures or 1 large creature. Medium goes up to 2,000, and heavy goes up to 4,000.
How big is Juniper?
Juniper's medium. Or no, Juniper's the donkey is large, right? Let me look it up.
I can't recall. I'm sorry.
So many things to look
I
up.
can't remember if you got a pony.
I got a donkey. Or no, I think donkey and pony have the same stats.
I think so. So I think it might be
Medium.
Yeah. What does it say? Yeah, it's a medium animal.
So we're not able to tow a wagon without another animal.
Donkeys are cheap, though. Can we rent a donkey?
You managed to find a building that has rental carriages and animals, so...
Okay, we just need a light one to fit all of us and all of our cargo.
Okay.
Yeah, because we don't have
So-
that much.
The price to buy a light wagon is 50 gold.
Okay.
And to buy another...
So like rent buy or buy?
Buy.
Okay.
I don't necessarily think we want to buy it, do we? Do we want to be saddled with that?
We could negotiate rental.
And then... What was it? Donkey or mule is 8 gold pieces.
Okay. And can I try
To
to
buy.
negotiate for like a rental? Just be like, I can bring these back in. Well, no, because then we have to come right back.
Alright, we'll just buy it.
Yeah, it's a 58.
58. Do you want to buy feed?
Probably.
Yeah, we'll buy a bunch of feed.
And technically, we should probably get some for the peacock. There's not a lot to eat.
Oh, yeah.
out here. So
Let's get 2 weeks for both donkeys and the peacock.
Yeah. And the harnesses, in order to hook them up, is going to be 2 gold apiece.
Okay, so 4, 8, 50, and feed.
And then it's 5 copper pieces per day of food, which is 10 pounds apiece.
And then, so 14 times 5 times 3 copper. Doing some math today.
That's for the horses. I mean, I'm going to say probably to buy for the peacock. It's going to be like a gold.
So
Would
it's
last them enough food
if
for a while.
they for all 3 of them, it would be 2 gold and a silver at a pony's rate. Do you want to just say a flat 2?
Sure.
Let's call it 2. Okay. So 65. I give them 64 gold for all of it.
Okay. And that's how many pounds of feed? It's 10 pounds per day.
It's 140 pounds of feed.
Okay. All right. So you managed to load up. You can.
Or no,
ride
sorry, that's 280 pounds of feed plus whatever the peacock would need, weight-wise.
Yeah. Just call it a tenth of that. So.
Yeah.
All right. And you have enough food for you guys. And did you want to get like a barrel of water?
Yes.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Are you keeping track of poundage, or do you want me to do that?
I'm on poundage.
So. Well, it's not going to tell me how much a barrel is. I think I can probably find it in booze. Okay, you get a 50-pound, 10 gold barrel of water.
So I 78 gold. Then
Yeah.
yeah, I'm good.
All right. So it's at 3:15. Do you guys want to wrap it up or keep going?
Yeah. I wanted to exchange.
Yeah.
For some platinum, just so we're not carrying around.
Sure.
Oh, hi, buddy. Hi.
So you go ahead and do that exchange that you need to do.
Okay. And it's 10.
10 to 1 for.
Okay.
So 10 gold for 1 platinum and vice versa.
Okay. Do you want me to do all 2K in platinum?
Yeah, we can do all. Do all 2100 in platinum, even just to bring the weight down.
Well, I want to have.
Oh, I guess we could leave the 100 in gold.
Yeah, so I'll just do the 2K in platinum.
Do you want to try and set up a bank account?
Does Felicity believe in banks? I don't know.
Felicity is the type to keep all our coins under her mattress.
It may not gain interest, but it interests me.
I think I want to skip the bank for now, just because I don't know where we're gonna be.
Okay.
And where we're gonna end up, and I don't want all of our cash.
Yeah, if they don't do intercontinental, then it's like not even worth it.
Do you want to name your new donkey?
Rascal.
Are you naming your wagon?
The
Intrepid.
The Intrepid.
All right, you now have the Intrepid. That is by Rascal and Juniper.
Okay, so give you.
So we have 330 pounds of just food and water.
All right.
And then, oh, hi.
And then I'll have to break down exactly the weights that we all are carrying, but I'm
But it can also
sure.
be on the barrel.
Yeah.
Or on the wagon.
Uh-huh.
And then you'll have 100 platinum,
Sweet.
right?
100 platinum and then 50 gold.
And then however much gold you have left. Yeah.
And then, do you... Yeah, we'll figure that out. 119 minus 28. Oh, God.
Okay, we don't have the ruby anymore, correct?
Correct.
No more ruby. It was worth it. It maybe to leave early. You never know.
Yeah, you caught enough
It
fish.
was probably worth it.
It was worth
Yeah.
it for them.
Yeah, it all worked out.
Yeah.
As long as Felicity doesn't find out that it was in fact Tectoon who stole the ruby.
She's not smart enough. Okay. Alright.
Perfect. You
Yeah.
exchange whatever you need to exchange. And
Yeah.
did you want to keep going or did you want to end it for today?
Seems like a good spot.
Good, yeah.
All right.
Let's start a
Before we go
huge
on our-
fight with like 40 people.
Okay. Yeah. So you go to the market. A few level 20s there.
All right.
So I'll burn your house down is the name of this one. And when did we say our next game was going to be? Was it the...
Not next weekend, the weekend after, right?
Yeah.
So...
No, 2 weekends after, because we're celebrating your birthday late.
So the 30th?
Yeah, I could do the the 30th is perfect.
And then we will hopefully get back into the 2nd, 4th, and 5th week.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So we'll be back on April 30th. You guys really take things in interesting directions.
We're here to
Befriend Gripplies and peacocks.
yeah, we're just looking to have fun with a frog. That's my whole vibe.
It's about the adventure and the friends you make, right?
Yeah, which
The friends
just
you
happen
make.
to be frogs.
Yeah.
Also, like the incredibly dangerous enemies you make along the way.
Yeah, your friends that you turn against. See, your
Frenemies.
feet would have been perfect had you turned against them.
Yes.
Yeah.
We would have gotten bonus damage.
You faked your own death.
Always
blew
a
up
good
the
time.
ship.
Faked our own deaths, blew up the ship. The thing is we did all that work into, like, keeping it from looking like we did this crime. Like, all this work, like, preparing this meticulous scene on the ship. And then we just blew up the ship.
To be fair, we only blew up one side of the ship.
Yeah.
It just happened to be an important site.
They
of the
might
ship.
have.
That's true. So I
saved
guess
it.
if somebody does go down and looks at the scene, they'll see the bloody handprints. Maybe they'll think we just died in the wreckage. Somebody saw us. If they get Minor, right? Did he know we were there, or who was it that you met? Keen. Yeah. So if Keen made it off the ship, he'll know that we were like.
Oh,
we
he
were
did.
on
He
the
went
ship.
off to help with groceries.
See? Yeah.
Totally not going to come back to bite us in the ass.
Not at all.
No.
I'm gonna have to make note of that.
Sorry. Should've
Totally
mentioned it.
innocent ship explosion.
Totally innocent.
Yeah.
You can't count that in your tally.
I do count it as the 3. By the way, now that you have a tattoo gun,
You're gonna tattoo ships down your arm.
yeah, I'm gonna start tattooing ships down my arm.
The ones that you've exploded.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like the painted on ones in World War II, right?
Yep. I'm also gonna do like a pinup girl across my face. Or no, I'm gonna do the shark jaw, like the front of the planes.
That's horrifying.
That is horrifying.
Please don't do that.
See, and I don't know how that would work for you because you'd be like, fish.
Right. Do I like this?
I'm a danger fish,
Do I
though.
not like this? You are a shark fish.
You're an
Danger
explosive
fish.
fish. All right, well, thank you all for joining us. And thanks,
Yeah.
Carl, for tuning in periodically. We enjoyed your comments.
Good to see you again, Carl.
All right.